Dish and head for... I remember this. Okay. So we're outside, yes. So it's yesterday? Like a free kit at the clinic, they serve humans, hybrids, even sentient machines. Unfortunately, you need to pass a Goetzel Takeda consciousness test and have a place of residence to qualify. So a lot of times medical care ends up getting denied to non-humans. I don't need to go there right now. So, judging by the puddle of rust under him, this humanoid's been warming this curb for some time. So, oh, paid lanes. Gates, damn it. I hate these flacking loan sharks preying on people down on their luck. I'd burn this place down if it wouldn't risk disentangling my quantum entangled continuum threads. I take it you don't want to go in there then. We're going to break into the store. Besides the fact they got Durithium security bars, it's not really worth it. I might consider repossessing some of their external equipment though. That AC/toxic air filtration unit is technically extruding out over the street into public space. I could play the building code violation card if someone asks why I'm taking it down. Okay. What is this thing? Call it the general. Right. Oh, is that not? Oh, it's this aircon unit. I might be able to bust this thing open if I use my right hand cyber arm at full power. Just hope I don't blow an actuator. Like a pinata for artisan electronic makers. I'll take the copper wiring. That could come in handy. And if not, I can sell it at £10 a pound. $10 a pound. Oh, the good old days in Dickinston. Stripping defunct water mains and drones for lunch money. Copper wiring. Anything else? Right, so now I've got copper wiring. Use this to repair electronic devices. Let's go... Oh, wait on, what's this? Transgenic crab girl. A transgenic part human street dweller. She's got an arm badge from that Rocky Up movement uprising. I had to mace, kettle, and jail a whole lot of them in my cop days. Looks like she's got some crustacean DNA in the mix. Alright, let's talk to her. Hey there, reading, eh?
Books, eh? I hear vintage media is hot with the kids nowadays.
I prefer to refer to myself as a new Luddite.
Das
I don't
Kapital.
wear brass monocles and reprinted media as an anachronistic fashion statement, but rather abstain from certain technology and uses thereof that are problematic on an individual and societal level. Technologies such as data stealing social media, meaningless escapist games and movies, anything powered by fossil fuel, most pharmaceuticals, and pure virtual reality.
Oh, yeah. My first college girlfriend said the same thing. I hate stupid tech like smart cigarettes and nicotine quotas. Did you happen to see or hear anything exchanged between that UK punk chick bot and those two suit and shades?
Are you a paid henchman of the coercive corporate state?
What?
Are you a cop?
No, but nice of you to ask. Most people just assume I'm a boy in blue going undercover as a bottom-rung bureaucrat.
You're welcome, but I still need proof that you're not a cop.
I just busted that open right in front of you.
Would a cop be driving an ancient rust bucket car like that decades-old Toyonde?
That's not your car. That's your twin brother's. I saw him walk to Sentry Services while you were spying, like a cop.
Shit.
I better not tell her what I'm actually doing. Loose lips sink time-traveling space-time ships.
I'll not be made an accomplice to tyrannical government overreach. Goodbye.
Oh, come on.
Son of a baron. I guess I'll have to get her talking some other way. Maybe some moolah? Money talks, as they say.
Do I have any moolah? The finger! I know, it looks like a futuristic Super Soldier Ninja Blade thing, but it's actually just a jumbo-sized letter opener. I tell hot chicks and troublemakers it's a Ninja Blade though. Yeah, we remember that. I don't have... Oh. Consciousness ID card, proof I'm a sentient human being, also proof that I'm a Coastlandia government employee. I could give her that. And over the limit credit card, I played musical chairs with my debt till the collection agency came for their pound of flesh. They took my kidney. Now I keep them around so I don't look like a bum every time I open my wallet. And also the cards make good guitar picks. That's a total lie. Well, you got some money in there. Alright, let's show her this card then, shall we? Don't think it's going to work.
Hey,
oh, okay, I need these headphones.
Do you think I could borrow those headphones?
I'll barter them to you. Headphones for repairing my
Lend,
solar panel
not...
there.
Oh, barter, okay.
Something's wrong with the wiring, but I'm not sure what.
Maybe just some bad connections.
Need some copper
I'll
wire?
see what I can do.
Some new wiring for the fix, better keep an eye out. Gee, I wonder where I could get that from. Looks like this panel's got burnt terminals, some corrosion on the contacts. The wiring also looks like it might have been chewed by something. Probably do it, but at a minimum I'm going to need some fresh copper wiring to fix this thing. Probably need some solder as well, won't you? Okay, the solar panel should be all fixed up now. Fix the solar panel, should probably ask the girl about my reward. I don't need to do the solar panel for this poor kid right now, but maybe later.
Okay, I fixed the solar panels. Can I get the headphones?
Yay, my laptop's working. Of course, here are the headphones.
Hang on a minute, lady.
Isn't the gift economy great? Money is the root of so much evil.
That's not really
Yeah,
gift economy, though, is it?
Didn't you just take my cash?
Let's call it the flexible gift economy.
You didn't You didn't take his cash. What are you talking about? Now that I got the headphones, I just need to fix the parabolic dish and add the headphones to complete my eavesdropping device. That's what we were trying to do. We were trying to eavesdrop. Now, where's the dish? These earphones. No, they're just not there. They're there. They're headphones. Give them back. Okay, parabolic dish. Is Oh, there's the dish. No, maybe. A hypersonic rangefinder for my toy Undie Amaranth. They made it illegal for humans to drive a few years ago, but down here in Dickinston, all the self-driving car sensors malfunction. We can't afford replacements. The AIs go haywire with viruses and carjack attempts. People and sentients just illegally drive themselves and bribe the cops or whatever they got to do to get by. Still, the dish itself is probably still good. It's basically just a fancy satellite dish, right? Let's grab that. It's probably a bad idea to analyse your past self's car, but I've only got a brief time travel window and I can't be choosy. I'll mess the dish up if I just break it off there, but I'll screw it or something. How? Oh, I'm driving off my past self's car right now. I could destroy my timeline and cease to exist, or turn into a pink flying squirrel or something. Maybe I should look around for some specific car parts I could use, though. We got that already. Can I use this to... This tip isn't going to work. The screws are flathead, so I need something with a less pointy but hard edge. Card isn't enough to unscrew it. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't even know. Oh, that's my wallet. What about this, Carl? Parking meter. The rates are murder downtown, and they'll tow you for leaving your car 10 seconds over time. Government gonna govern, eh? Yeah, okay, calm down, buddy. So much I like to, I can't go smashing one of these meters. If anyone sees or a CCTV cam catches me, my past self could lose my past job too early. I might never get this sweet liaison for interplanetary trillionaire-esque gig. On the other hand, anything lying around is public domain, sharing economy. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, so the busted meter. Looks like whoever bashed this meter left half the coins. I better just do my government agent thing and claw back this slush fund mess. Right, so we can now use a coin to... Oh, jeez, there's loads of them. Nothing out of the ordinary there. We can use the coins on the car centre to unscrew them. One of these coins should fit the screw's head. Now, if we went back, would we see one of these missing? Right, I need to combine these two. How do I do that? Carl? Buddy? Parabolic dish. There we go, use some cable. I've completed the parabolic shotgun microphone. Now all I need is to add a listening device and I've got my long-range audio spying apparatus done. Okay, headphones. Can I change this? I've finished my long-range eavesdropping device. I can listen to any conversation or other sound I aim the dish at from up to 100 yards away. Now all I have to do is wait for Jezebel to come out of the sentient services building and Taylor till she talks to someone. Jezebel will probably be coming out any time now. Better not be seen or this whole plan will be screwed. Let's save the game. Where can I go?
Hi.
Oh,
Aren't you Carl Carbon?
cock.
How'd you get out here?
Oh shit.
You were spotted. Try and follow without getting caught. Okay. I'll move then, shall I? Hide behind my car.
Hi.
No!
Aren't you Carl?
I'm not Carl Carbon.
Oh shit.
Go around the side of the building. Ah. Can't run.
Hi.
Oh, come on, lady.
Carl Carbon.
Oh
Oh, shit, indeed. Right, hide up here. And then... behind this. Difficult to know what, Oh, that'll do. Oh, that sounds about right. I'll fix that. Hello, BB. I hope. There's my chance to use my long-range ears-dropping device on them before it's too late. Well, it's going to be too late because I've been sat here this whole bloody time. Oh, she is meeting with them.
We can use him. He's proven to have no particular loyalty to Coastlandia PD. He even stuck his neck out to help me. He's the perfect candidate for this.
His human corporeal form is inefficient, along with his outdated cybernetic, and he's proven mentally unstable.
The outer shell of an entity can be upgraded ad infinitum, with negligible cost given our resources. It's the right soul that is the rare commodity.
Very well. We will commence with the operation with him as the target. Does this Carl Carbon know anything?
Carbon knows nothing. We need to keep it that way, for now.
Our intelligence reports suggest that the Coke Jobs will be making a move on the Golem project tonight.
Perfect. We should make our grand entrance tonight at Prototype J's hideout during the sting.
Jezebel was working for Princess Sybil this entire time? That means Sybil knew about the attack at the arcade. The princess was lying to us this entire time? Proto J was right all along. All of the Neofeudals are the same. Even Princess Sybil. We are always just tools, expendable pawns of the powerful.
Ah, poor Carl. Poor chap. Oh. We're gonna have a conversation here, Sybil.
Hey, Carl.
So, everything went well in High City, I take it?
Yes, I've made preparations for the G8 meeting. All of the pieces of the plan are in place.
That's wonderful. How about Proto and I? Are we in place?
Yes, you're where you need to be. Did you find anything of interest at Sunshine Apartments?
Well, actually,
No.
Sybil.
Not much there. The witnesses were gone or nearly sanitized. Not a mode of evidence. They'd wiped their tracks clean. I did do a quick time hop to this morning, though. Downtown at Sentient Services.
Oh, I see. I hope you didn't run into yourself. That could cause a paradox, destabilize our continuum.
Yeah, I've watched enough sci-fi to know time travel can be a hairy business. No, I managed to stay out of my own way.
That's good.
It's the weirdest thing, though. This morning, this humanoid bot girl, Jezebel, I ran into her on my way into the office. She was in a tight situation, about to lose her house, her benefits, for failing the Goetzel-Takeda test. She ended up borrowing my consciousness card, said she had a hack for the machine.
That's an all too common story. Did you end up helping her out?
Yeah, I did. Could have had my head on the chopping block for it, too. But the really weird thing, and I almost feel like it's insomnia or maybe the adrenaline overload over the past day. But I could have sworn I saw Jezebel leave the building and get picked up by 2 Clington Bush agents in a sky car. Agents a lot like the ones guarding you at the Capitol.
That is super odd. Maybe she got caught for the consciousness fraud and the feds were called in?
That's a little overkill, though, right? I mean, I had friends who ran with petty cybercrime patrol, and they just used the low city riffraff, blue-collar types to handle this sort of stuff. You don't think Jezebel might have been some sort of neo-feudal spy or something, do you?
Highly unlikely. Sounds like she was just another siliconth down on her luck who happened to nab your card, and you turned out to be her good Samaritan. Maybe she had some priors you didn't know
Oh
about.
dear,
That's why
Sybil.
the big shots were brought in.
I said she borrowed my card. I didn't mention anything about her nabbing it. Why were your men at Sentient Services this morning talking to that Jezebel girl?
Those weren't my... Okay, I can explain.
Oh.
Carl. It's just that
Explaining now that you're busted.
Who was that girl? Is she working with you?
it's not what you think. Just take a deep breath and we can figure this out.
You knew about the arcade attack this entire time. You knew we'd be shot at. You knew who I was. You led us to believe you were there to save us, but it was all a ploy just to make us think you were the guardian angel when you were the devil behind the curtain.
I'm sorry, Carl. Really, just...
I trusted you. I believed in this Galate cooperative. Hope and change. I feel so stupid. I helped you with Dr. Goetzel at the Capitol. Almost got myself killed. Now you tell me what the hell is going on here.
Spill the beans, Sybil.
There's no easy way to do this. You have to see it with your own eyes. Please bring out my humanoid vessel.
That doesn't sound good. You never want to hear that from a girl. Okay. So she's
What the-
Sybil.
You had
She's Jezebel.
Killed? What? Did she turn on you after she figured out you were manipulating her too? Is that what's gonna happen to Proto and I when we're not useful assets for you anymore?
Initiate the transfer.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Carl. I should have brought you in on it earlier, and I'm sorry.
What? Who? What are you?
I am Princess Sybil.
What? I don't understand.
This device, it's a TCT, a transcranial consciousness transference device. Basically, it moves your consciousness, your soul, whatever makes you you, into another body.
That can be done?
Of course, the technology is only accessible to the wealthy and powerful, but it definitely exists. Another of Gertzel's triumphs.
Why are you talking in that accent?
Well, it is me, Sybil. In here, each vessel's neural structures have certain quirks, depending on design. I lived on the low city street for 6 months in this body, just to see what it was like for the underclasses.
Wait. So, what are you trying to tell me? That you were...
Yes, Carl. I was Jezebel. I was in this body this morning. I picked your consciousness card up. I asked you for help.
So you don't actually have a baby bot to feed? All of that was a lie?
Please, Carl. I needed someone on the inside at Sentient Services. Someone who would be able to find Proto J before the Coke jobs. Someone I could trust.
I risked my job, risked my life for you, and it was all a big joke? How could you do this to me?
I'm so sorry, Carl. I know it was wrong, but since we were working under the radar and on a tight schedule, I didn't know any other way to vet you. I had sifted through dozens of dossiers to find the right candidate for this job, and with your top-notch detective work and the fact that you had been vilified, outcast by the system, you would be the perfect person to help change it. I wanted to bring you into the Egalite Cooperative sooner, but I had to know that you really, truly cared about helping out all people, humans, robots, chimeras. When you risked your job to help a poor, non-human single mom, I knew that you were a good man inside. I knew I could trust you to carry out our mission. You passed the test, Carl.
Passed the test? This was not some neural scan, some multiple choice exam. That trigger-happy speciesist guard could have killed me.
I made a mistake. It was reckless and stupid, and I regret putting you at risk.
And the arcade? You knew about the attack that would happen there?
I didn't know the exact time they would attack, and I needed you to locate Proto-J first. Something that all the biggest players have spent billions and sent whole armies out to do. That is why I hired you. I was hoping to pull you out as soon as you located Proto-J.
They spent billions trying to capture him or find out where he was.
The SWAT guys came storming in with assault rifles. Proto and I were nearly killed.
I'm sorry. I told you I was groomed, that bred, to be an establishment politician. I don't have all of the answers, and I don't always know what I'm doing, but I will make it up to you, I promise. You must believe me, Carl. I'm doing this all for the greater good of all sentience. In the world of neo-feudalism, this is the only way to change things.
I don't need a lecture on the greater good right now.
I understand, and I also understand if you don't want to continue with us.
I'll stick with you. On 2 conditions.
Anything. Just name it.
1. I want my family to be taken care of for the rest of their lives.
Done. They won't have to worry about money ever again.
2. You never lie, manipulate, or scheme around me again. If I'm on this team, I want to be a fully fledged member. I want to be a knight, not just another pawn.
Absolutely, Carl. I swear on my life, I won't betray your trust again. Also, I can arrange for you to be knighted. My father is the king, after all.
Maybe I'll pass on the knight ship. I'm not big on pomp and ceremony.
3. We need some paper bags in here. I'm getting pretty sick from this ship bobbing up and down.
Seems like a million years ago I was just some loser wage slave stuck in traffic down there. Now I'm riding around in a flying car. A flying time machine. Finally got my silver spoon.
What are we doing now, dude? Coastline near Landfill Mountain Range, apparently now rivaling the Rocky Mountains. This is where the High City dumps its garbage. Defective sentient machines and failed eugenics experiment Franken people left to rust, rot, die, or pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Known by local flavour as the discard pile or just the pile. Alright, what are we doing here then? We're going to the pile? We're going to the pile. Alright, yep, we've been here before, poor DeLorean. Obsolete timecraft, oh. Right, so we're still in the past, I guess. Oh, Proto J's back and LF's here.
Oh, damn, dog. This place smell even more like scorp rat ass in the daytime.
Yeah, it does. But I thought your olfactory sensors are busted.
True that. But my imagination co-processors be calling up something nasty from these visuals.
Come on, you guys. We don't have time to waste. The superpositor brought us back within an hour of Noah Gertzel's assassination. We've got to rescue him before the coke jobs show up.
Right. We're on it, Sybil.
Right, I'm gonna grab this wheel. I don't think I need an old flat tire right now. Might want to poke around though, since there's evidence of tampering. Huh? Is there? Old piece of junk, but the wheel looks like it's been removed recently. Alright, let's keep looking. It's one of those last-gen time machines put out by Hypetech, way overhyped and failed to deliver. The Lloyd Model 7 Timecraft only managed to slow time by half regular speed, or fast-forward reality 2 times 1 in type. There was a mass recall after it was discovered the fusion batteries had a tendency to go critical mass on hot days in gridlock traffic, and drivers kept trying to overclock the engine's love gravitator to fast-forward through rush hour, increasing nuclear meltdown incidents. The Department of Transportation banned the Timecrafts altogether after half of Seattle blew up in serial mini Hiroshimas during the Olympics of 28. Looks like the wheel's fallen off recently. You keep telling me about this wheel. Not sure I like running my hands over old rusty tetanus-filled metal. Wait, I don't like it. So the wheel's still fallen off recently. What do I do with this wheel then? Pokemon. Let's talk to Protege.
Any ideas on our next move?
We supposed to get up in this crib, right? Maybe just try the front door?
He's got a good point. Alright, well, we're obviously going to have to do something with this broken wheel later. Door to a shanty made of garbage.
Hello? Anyone home?
Door's
Why
locked.
am I getting this overwhelming sense
Hello,
of
Perkle.
deja vu?
So I have to try and find a way in yet again. What did we do last time? We did something to the window? Let's have a look at the barrel. Barrel doesn't appear to be explosive, flaming, containing radioactive material, or anything potentially useful unless you're Donkey Kong. Deep cut. Right. So, this has been removed recently, so that means that there must be a tire iron. I thought we might have been able to open the boot. Or trunk. Alright, let's go over here. Right. Shiny looks like it might fall under a stiff breeze, but there seems to be solid reinforced steel plating in the walls. Definitely a front for something. Fortunately, I probably can't just kick the door in. How did we do this last time? I'm sure it got... Didn't it get shot up last time? Let's talk to Sybil. I think she's already given me her advice. I should figure out a way in or time travel to the future and return later.
Never mind.
Let's talk to Aleph.
Hey, buddy. You got any vantage point on our situation from the astral plane or insights beaming in from the cosmic background radiation or something? The sound of one hand clapping. Right. I just need to meditate more. Got it. Thanks for the pro tip.
Right.
Never mind.
Okay, so... Oh, there's a hole over here. In a box. Bunch of dead scorp rats, paper books, other garbage, and there's a panel with wires coming out of it. Oh. Well, I guess I'm going to poke it. Probably won't work as a lockpick. Shock it? Or flamethrower it?
Son of a bitch. Looks like the Dresdenators run out of oxygen. Guess I'll have to figure another way in.
How am I going to get in? A boxish thing. Might be a ventilation shaft, a secret alternative entrance to this secret government facility. There was something. Now, might want to take a closer look there. So, definitely need to check. There's stuff scurrying around here. Nothing the other side of this. See if Proto J says the same thing.
I can't get the door open. Any ideas?
Dog, I could blast that bitch open with my gold eagle like I was blasting the shit out of a sweet robo chick's fine ass.
Stop. Just stop. There's probably a less invasive brute force solution.
Come on, don't be a pussy, dog.
Dear. Save. Alright, let's go and blow the door open. I would rather not do this, but...
Stop. Okay. Shoot the door open.
Hell yeah, dog. Stand back, my niggas.
Get blasting. What do we think? Is it going to blow up?
Yeah, bruh. Gangsta puzzle solving for the motherfucking win.
This is how we found it. We found it with this thing on the floor. So I guess that's what he did before. Crap, looks like there's a reinforced blast door to the secret lab or something. 6-inch steel by the looks of it. We're not going to shoot our way in. There must be a switch or a button to open that door around here somewhere. Damn it. Nice going, Protege. Get out of the way, Protege.
Never mind.
Alright, I don't know what to do now. So we've got to lockpick this. I still think we need to... There must be a... Must be a tool around here somewhere to take that wheel off that we could use to do some stuff. Alright, let's go back into here, can we? Or is that it? Are we done with the ship? Do we have to do this? Yeah, we do. I don't think the other wheel was selectable. Can I get the pen open with my bare hands? Might need to use something else on it. This doesn't work. It's probably too big. Let's have a look at it. Looks like a keyhole. I don't have the key. Can't taser it. Can't do anything with my wallet onto it. Let's just check the other side of this and make sure there's nothing here. Can't pick up the doorknob that fell off, which I've picked up before. There's nothing in the barrel. He really wants me to check out this wheel. I can't go back into the ship. Can't use ALF on it. Still doesn't want to do anything with that. Okay, you're right. I could poke it. There we go. Hey! Jackpot, someone stashed the key in here between the transmission and the Lux gravinator. Can't blame them. They don't exactly have lawn gnomes or front porch. Welcome, Matt. Stash your extra key, house keys under. There we go. Pokey pokey. Right. Good thinking. Yeah. Key. Oh, good. A big red button. Let's look at it first. I should probably just push the button with my hand. Yeah. Probably Carl.
Hell yeah, dog. Sound like we just opened the door or some shit.
Stabby, stabby. Right, let's get in here. Right, so this... Oh! Hello. I remember... Yeah.
Oh shit! It's that giant Frankenfreak again.
We gonna be this giant techno crab nigga's breakfast. Damn, I should have brought my golden bazooka with me.
Don't worry. Boar hairs will not harm
Okay.
you.
There we go.
All my creatures, my Nephilium, are inherently peaceful before their corruption by
Now, who
man.
do you think was the inspiration for this chap?
That's the creator. Noah Gertzel himself. He's alive.
That be my maker?
Yes, that's the godfather of artificial consciousness, time travel, and the theory of everything.
As much as I appreciate recognition of true talent, a criminally scarce quality in our day, it's readily apparent your consciousness is evolved enough to realize who I am. How long do you intend to stand there?
Alright, so I thought it was
Right,
Christopher Walken.
reciting a litany of my aliases, titles, and accolades, as if for some invisible audience of useless politicians.
But-
My heralds.
Yeah.
My
Uh,
apologies, Dr. Gertzel.
Apparently it's more on...
I'd appreciate not having to yell across the room, and I'm very busy with my work.
Well, have you
Increase
played
your
Roy
proximity
Batty
if you
in
don't
Blade
mind.
Runner?
You won't fall into Zeno's paradox, I assure you.
What?
Come here, please.
Anyway, it seems like a big mix between the two. I'm going to save again. I like saving. Don't know why I'm blanking on that. It's Dr. Noah Goetzel, the creator, in the flesh, alive! Oh. Dr. Goetzel, we gotta get out of here.
Now then, what can I do for your motley crew of illegal trespassers?
Dr. Gertzel, we came back from the future.
Great Scott.
We're here to tell you that the Coke Jobs family are sending their people down here to kill you any minute now.
The
Yes,
Coach Jobs
Rutger Hauer,
family?
yes.
Really? That's most intriguing.
Really, we need to get moving. There's no time.
My boy, I have seen into the eye of Brahma as he blinked away 14 billion years. Our world wiped from the eye of God like a pale blue mote of dust in a tear. I assure you, there is always time.
Please, Noah, you must believe us. We've seen your body, shot through the head, right on this very floor in the future. We've time traveled with the superpositor to prevent the Coke Job soldiers
Some
from doing
sci-fi
it. You just have to come
ass
with us.
sci-fi here.
Ah, Princess Sybil, you've had quite sizable diamond glass slippers to fill, haven't you? But it seems you're coming into them, taking after your father, scheming and plotting and manipulating these poor souls to your own benefit.
I'm nothing like my father, and you know that, Noah. I was the one who helped you escape your containment cell.
You helped me when you saw the benefit, my dear. The asset I would provide your own endeavors. You gave me sanctuary only insofar as I became an indentured servant of your own usurpation plan.
I made a mistake, okay? And you were never a slave. You were a free.
That robot has got to calm down in the background.
I might not have been encaged in a Dorithium and Saphira glass containment cell, but house arrest is not much of an improvement. As much as I respect Galileo, I do not envy his terminal living arrangements.
It was for your own protection.
Whatever messianic timeline-altering scheme you have to win me over, it is not working in this timeline. We're finished talking. Please leave.
Well, that went well.
I don't believe this. He is truly a genius, but he is also one of the most stubborn sentient beings I have ever met. He won't let go of his ego enough to save his own life.
Maybe I can poke around a little, figure out a way to get him to believe us, or at least talk.
This is a cool
Yes.
effect
I don't know what to do.
on the
Those Coke Jobs
heteroclite
thugs are coming
device. Right, let's have a look at your notes. This looks like Goetzel's scientific notes and doubles as his personal journal. Impossible equations, esoteric symbols, and writings in countless languages are scrawled in the margins, even on the board itself. Some of it even looks like alien hieroglyphics, not of this world. There are some parts I can comprehend, barely. Right, let's... no, we haven't... I don't think we have read this. Third 28. I write this out with my pinky and thumb as my other 3 digits are covered in eigenspatial nanogoo, and my other hand holds the kill switch lever on the quantum microtubule anti-probabilistic superpositor in case the universe begins to tear itself apart. Not unlike the way the Neofeudal buffoons have managed to rip the world into this fiasco of high and low cities. Complications in true superconsciousness, chronesthesia, time travel are truly Byzantine, but I believe I may finally have cracked it. For having character assassinated, framed as a Mythium drug lord, a terrorist, and one of the most wanted men of the planet, the Nobel Foundation would probably hand me my 3rd Nobel Prize for this. But that would be in an alternative reality where society actually respects, remunerates, and listens to its great scientists rather than the capitalistic, loudmouth businessmen. The Jobs, the Gates, the Waltons, and the Trumps, those charlatans who steal the innovations to make a buck. The tricky thing about the space-time consciousness continuum is that if we take the implications of quantum mechanics to their full conclusion, it is not merely subatomic particles which are in indeterminate states, but all of reality itself. All of the universe, all of history, and the future is in one 14 billion light-year wave function, a cosmic game of craps, and God's dice are eternally rolling. When I drink this beaker of distilled whiskey, this seemingly irrefutable act might never have happened. Perhaps I put the beaker down and truncated my path of alcoholism and drug abuse. Perhaps I filled this beaker with an appropriate dosage of arsenic and ended my life. This briefly assembled pattern of 7 times 10 to the 27th hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon atoms. Not only is Schrodinger's cat never actually alive or dead, but neither am I, neither are you, reader. Hitler is in an eternally non-determinate state of fascist leader of Germany and quiet Vietnamese painter. His Majesty Warren Clinton Bush himself is simultaneously Neofeudal ruler of Earth and dead in a slum sprawl favela's mulch bin somewhere. We have all lived all the lives, loved all the loves, celebrated all the joys, and cried all the tears we might have cried. Everything has happened, is happening, will always happen. What is reality? It is a matter of positioning along this infinite roulette wheel of all possible realities, and the positioning is what we call consciousness. Given this, there is no reason that the position might not move backwards in time, might defy gravity and cause spontaneous levitation, even defy causality itself. Cause Schrodinger's cat to become a pig, for that pig to grow wings, for a pauper to spontaneously become an emperor. All is possible if only we put our mind to it, or specifically enough advanced consciousness towards it to rig the game, like a magnet beneath the winning slot, causing the normal, evenly averaged out quantum reality to be weighted for a specific outcome. The game of socio-political reality is already rigged for the 1%. Why shouldn't metaphysical reality be rigged to balance things a bit? Jeez. The reality rigging mechanism is complicated. The quantum microtubule anti-probabilistic superpositor, QMAP for short, uses the observer effect to essentially amplify the wave function in any particular direction on a massive scale. Like millions of ripples on the ocean merging to form a rogue wave. The myriad quantum fluctuations are rigged in a particular direction to cause the craft to appear to spontaneously teleport across space, jump backwards or forwards in time. Caveat is this weighting of the universe's wave function will eventually resolve itself like a rubber band snapping back into place. Superpositor craft must return to its point and time of origin or risk uncertain, potentially dangerous effects. Time travel is also limited to approximately 24 hours into the past or future. Anything more than that and the stabilization fields could break. The rubber band could snap. If that happens, quantum effects might cause your body to spontaneously invert all of your internal organs outside of your body. You might decohere into nothing more than a jumble of hydrogen, oxygen and carbon atoms, or the entire universe might collapse back into non-existence from dust to dust, ex nihilo ant nihilum. Looking at the date, you realise this document was written years ago, before Goetzel was exiled into Stratoplex. This should be voiced, but the superpositor, isn't that the thing we've been flying in? So Goetzel personally built. Okay. Well, here's proof that Goetzel's been a major Mythium producer. I should keep digging. Are you sure? 55 gallons barrels or something. This is definitely Mythium, or of some very high purity. I think I should ask Protege to have a look. He's the cyber narcotics expert. He did deal it after all. Alright, Protege, why is this dude dealing Mythium? You should check the barrel out.
Proto, can you check that barrel out? It looks like pretty high purity M juice to me, but you're the expert.
No problemo. Hey, hit the pause button, bitches. I knows that smell. Smell just like when I had my in-house brainiac doc start cooking up our own batch of Mythium. Nigga was one smart motherfucker, but he never could kick it up above 95% purity. We's Chrome boys always had a, what you call it? A third-party supplier.
Third party.
This is myth in here. Not only that, this is that killer shit. That bright green, blow your motherboard to pieces myth.
So, what are you saying?
I think he's saying this is myth.
I don't know, dog. I guess my creator nigga, Gubbles.
Gertzel?
Gertzel was the master chef for me and my Chrome Boys Mythium operation this whole time?
Holy shit. This is almost too much of a coincidence now. What are the chances?
So what now? What now?
So, what now?
No clue, dog. You're the detective. Detect some shit.
Sybil.
Gertzel doesn't trust us. Trust me. We've got to get him to listen somehow.
I like the fact you can tell him to move. That's a good thing. I wonder if that's an AGS thing that they've added, or whether it's a plugin, or whether he coded it himself. Chemistry vat. I don't think I want to mess with it right now. Alright. Let's talk to this guy and find out why he's dealing myth. I've heard it from Norton Shuffler.
We interrogated Norton Shuffler, and even General Walker Coke Jobs himself has admitted to plotting to capture you.
Utter nonsense. The Jack of Diamonds is not nearly as smart as he thinks he is, and the King of Clubs is an unhinged warmonger.
Wait, where do I know that name from? The Jack of Diamonds. I swear I remember it from somewhere. Maybe I should re-examine my things for clues. Okay. You got the phone now, again. Height mail that. There was something in one of these things about it. Jack of Diamonds, there we go. The Jack of Diamonds, he was talking to Gertzel. So it's all coming together now. I should reread them some messages, and once I've got this conspiracy figured out, I should confront Gertzel. So I probably have to remember some of this. Next ship. Oh, here we go. Next shipment is ready. As always, send your people and the location of key assets. As I said, if you trace the supply chain, you'll find them. I even embedded a GPS tracker in the batch to make it easy for you. You better be right about this. We won't get another shot. I've busted twice, and I've been dealt my last hand here. Can I scroll down? No. I solved the greatest mysteries of the universe and kicked time travel in my sleep. I'm always right. You smug bastard. You're a smug bastard. You know what my employers do when people do to people who fail. It doesn't matter if you're the second coming or Jesus Christ himself. I expect as much. It's the Pharisees, the rulers who wanted the crucifixion. They killed a god, and they created a god who would wash away the sins of the world. You and your religious mumbo-jumbo are people of this order. Alright, so he blatantly said that he was doing this. Let's save again. Alright, good, so I got your number
Game
now.
over, Gertzel. I've got your master plan
Oh, I'm
figured
not
out.
sure I did.
Ha! Is that so, you uppity knuckle dragger?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
The King of Clubs is...
Oh boy. I don't know, the King of Clubs is...
Warren Clington Bush.
Not even close. I don't know how you ever made detective, Mr. Carbon.
Don't worry, I have another go.
Game over, Gertzel. I've got your master plan figured out.
Ha! Is that
The
Yeah.
King of Club. General Walker Coke Jobs.
simple enough to deduce for anyone with an average human IQ?
And the Jack of Diamonds is...
Who would the Jack of Diamonds be? Shuffler? Him?
Warren Clington Bush.
Not even close.
Yeah. I don't think so. Let's just keep brute forcing this. Yeah,
Dr. Gertzel, if you just listen...
You have successfully navigated the space-time consciousness continuum to this place. I'm sure you can find the way to the door.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna guess these again. General.
Simple.
And the
Jack of Diamonds is Norton Shuffler.
Norton Shuffler.
You're getting warm, but not warm enough, policeman.
And Galileo is
Galileo is you.
Dr. Noah Gertzel.
Dun dun dun.
You were working with Norton Shuffler and the Coke Jobs family this entire time. You were their informant. Not only that, but you were the master Mythium producer for Protoge's Chrome Boys. And to top it all off, you were the one who tipped off the Coke Jobs family to Protoge's location by putting a GPS tracker in the Mythium.
Oh, good show, old boy. It's good to see you finally actually doing police work rather than committing police brutality against my machine angels for CPD.
Noah, you were the greatest mind of our...
The greatest mind of our generation. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, come off it. You royals had your chance to respect greatness, and you threw it into the gutter. Yes, I solved all of the deepest and most perplexing questions since its kind has ever faced. And together, we could have brought about a true, unabashed utopia, Princess. Unfortunately, the choices you Neofeudals made in this reality were to character assassinate me when I disagreed with your torture and slavery of my beautiful children. You people framed me as a Mythium drug lord, a terrorist, and one of the most wanted men on the planet. And now you are surprised when I became one. The Nobel Foundation would probably hand me my third Nobel Prize for this creation.
He's really hung up about this third Nobel Prize,
That would
isn't
be
he?
in an alternative reality, where society actually respects.
Oh yeah, we've heard this, yes, about the
and
Trumps,
listens
yes.
to its great scientists, rather than the capitalist loudmouth businessmen, the Jobs, the Gates, the Waltons, and the Trumps, those charlatans who steal the innovations to make a buck. Not that I haven't made a small fortune cooking Mythium cyber narcotics, but it has been a necessary component of my actual work as I've been forced underground. My flawless Mythium product provides essential funding for my operation here. At least in the drug world, I am respected as the Great Gertzel. Say what you like about humanoids and chimera misfits. At least they know talent when they see it. Unlike you snobbish, entitled simpletons up in the Stratoplex, in High City, I was but a pauper to a king. Here in the land of the 99%, I am the king. Borges, take the royal and a brown knight here.
No!
Get back!
Oh,
Carl!
yeah, okay. Kind of glitching out there a bit, Carl.
Put me down!
Primordial One, you have done well. Truth to death, dust to dust. Rest now, my child.
Noah, please! We can work together. If we join forces, we can end the neo-feudal system, the suffering and abuse and inequality as we know it.
Why should I believe you, princess? You royals believed you could turn my angels against me? Don't you know I am their creator? The utter hubris of it. You've deceived me. Deceived your own allies. All you know is manipulation. You say you will end your dynasty's reign of terror, but are too blind to see that your own motivation is to merely take your father's place. No. For true regime change, the old blood must be drained. All crowns must be shattered. Join me, my son. Forget these visionless leaders. I alone know your true purpose, for I created you. Together, we will lead this world to salvation.
That sounds pretty flacking dope, Dad. just one problem. Where the hell were you when I was tossed into Dickinson's slum sprawl? I had a family with the Chrome Boys, and you ratted on us. Got my homeboys killed. As far as I could tell, you a goddamn lying deadbeat of a father. And I don't even got to use my golden third eye mojo to know that.
The chosen one strikes the creator down, helping you transgress against the one who breathed life into your inanimate form.
Motherfucker had it coming. I guess you my brother from another mother or some shit. So why don't you just chill and drop my royal homegirl before I have to get gangster on your ass? So much for harmless angels. Okay, dog, let's get nuts.
Alright, I got this to save. Do you wanna... My golden third eye mind tricks. I can make scrubs do shit. Check if Peeps is legit. Make him go night night. Gold plated or spray painted. Desert Eagle 5.0. So gangster dog. Shoot shit with it. Alright, I guess I'll try shooting you. Damn, this Frankenfreak got mad invincibility hacks or some shit. For reals. Bullets ain't gonna cut it. Gonna have to overclock my sub-brains on this one. Alright, let's go back down here. The Flacker is out, dog. I brainstormed him good. Can you do anything to him? If this was a human honky in Dickinson ghetto, I'd take all his paper and plastic, but I don't need to check my old man's bling right now. Might need his phone though. Focus his phone. Alright, let's go have a look. See if yeah. Remains of Aleph. This be the remains of the Aleph, homie. I guess I big time misjudged the dog as a Darth Vader when he was more of an Obi-Wan. He even did the vanishing act and leaving of his rags. He went out fighting the power for us Chrome kind. Better take his flag and give him a proper Chrome Boys burial later. Recycle his parts into some young Chrome. Remains of Aleph. Some sort of a cult symbol? I feel like I've seen it before. My creator's phone. I think you punch your gamertag in here and drop some... I don't know how to crack this thing and my car will be KO'd. Use this on yourself. Alright, let's try doing this on him. Ah, Fair enough. Flack, he's mine too buff or some shit. I can't control him. Maybe if I weaken his consciousness with something. Like Mythium?
Proto, some help here?
Fashizi, your celestialness. But can we cut an immunity deal first?
Yes, fine. You won't spend a day in prison.
Also, can you bring back Tupac?
Of course. We have clones of him on ice next to the copies of Prince and Steve Jobs. Just get me down.
Oh, hell yeah!
Top shelf Mythium. 10 mils of this stuff turns a bot brother to Cloud9. Announce will blue screen him in seconds. Can I use that on here? Figure out some way to kick his ass. Giant cano bug spray? Nah. Alright, maybe if I shoot the vat. No. Gates, damn, there's enough myth in this bitch that if I could hustle all the product, I'd be so flush I could straight buy me a sky mansion, a Porsades Valkyrie, my own RNBA team. Cha-ching! Protege Biz Plan 384 added to the back burner. Ugh. Oh, okay, there's tubes here. Let's grab one of these tubes. Is that the file? Let's use the file. Good job this guy isn't actually doing anything to us. This be enough myth to brick even my homeboy Talos. Mythium vial, let's use the Mythium vial on the artist. Arachnophobia's consciousness skew look like it parked in his stomach with no lid on. If I fly the myth in his brain jar, it should be like mainlining a motherload of cyber narcotics.
As a great popo once said, winners don't use drugs.
Extremely angry and trippy, unintelligible Roy. Ah, snap, that motherfucker is tripping balls. Now's my chance.
Burrow? Did you just cause this giant transgenic spider to overdose on lithium? Are you sure you know what you're doing?
It's all good, Princess Bay. I got the master plan all up in my brain now.
Oh.
The power of a $6 billion baller compels you.
I mean, to be fair, this dude didn't
Who's
even
the
do anything.
man now, dog? Hails yeah.
Yay! You did it, dude! I knew I was right to bring you into the Egalite Cooperative. It was true synchronicity. One last thing. I think Borges Claw is suffering some rigor mortis. A little help?
Oh, yeah.
You gonna shoot
My
it?
bad.
You gonna shoot it, Protege?
Close your eyes, boo.
Thanks.
She didn't look very happy about that.
Jobs. My head is killing me.
Carl, you're all right.
Sort of. If I was one of your android royal guards, I'd say I was operating at 20% efficiency right
20%
now.
is pretty good.
Perhaps we should bezounce this party, yo.
Should we take Noah Gertzel with us?
Nah. He's a scumbag.
He's not the Noah Gertzel I used to know. And it's all my fault. He was the most brilliant person I've ever met. He could have done so much for the world. If I'd really listened to him, if I'd helped him better, he wouldn't have turned into this.
You did what you could. Gertzel made his own choices too. Sometimes God plays dice, and we get snake eyes. We just have to pick up, dust off, oil our shitty actuators, and move forward.
I guess you're right, Carl. We've got a Neofeud to win. Let's get going.
Well, we didn't do anything. Nothing happened there. Right, okay.
So, what's our next move?
The loss of Gertzel is a major blow to the Egalite Cooperative, unfortunately. My father has a meeting at the Oasis Country Club. It's basically a giant floating golf course / resort for royalty. It's a long shot, but maybe I can convince him to help us out. We'll have to backtrack into the past a bit so I can arrive in my official Rolls-Royce Skycar.
Okay, what's the game plan on our end?
You guys take the superpositor in invisibility mode and keep an eye on me from a distance in case anything goes wrong.
Sounds good. Back to the future. The past? This time travel stuff is making my head spin now. That's all.
That's all. Let's talk to Protege. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for saving our asses back there.
It all good, dog. Seth, now yous owe me a get out of jail free card. If her majestic Venus pin a golden cop badge back on you. I get bounced out of CFC Slammer for free. Sick in mutiny deals, yo.
In mutiny.
I'm pretty sure Her Royal Highness will grant you immunity without... Oh, Jobs. I'm regretting thanking you already. That's all.
That's all. Right, let's go to the panel. We've got to go back to the past. Hang on, let's just look at these dossiers first. Familiar dossiers. These mugshots look awfully familiar. It seems they've been keeping an eye on us. Okay. So, past. I'm sure there's... Coast. So I think I've got to go in Coastlandia capital. Oh. No, the fulcrum. Spatial coordinates set. Now I need to set the time on travel to past. Travel to past.
Carl, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Sybil.
Great. Just remember to stick to the plan, okay?
Right. Hang back, stay out of sight, keep an eye out for trouble. It seems the superpositor's stealth cloak mode is working.
Great. And don't get too close to my father's Zep yacht. It's got a built-in missile defense system and an air force of drones.
Aye, aye, ma'am. So, do you think your dad will really listen?
I don't know if I can turn my father from the 1%er dark side, but I have to at least try. If I can't garner his support, we'll have to go to Plan B. Overthrow.
War is the continuation of diplomacy by other means, right?
Yeah, well, we have to hope for the best.
Good luck politicking, princess.
We're going to be civil now? I think we are. What few memories I have of Dad of vacation cruises to New Waikiki in its luxury sap yacht. Spent most of the trip being babysat by robo-nannies, talking to the airship's super intelligence and watching My Pony Princess as Dad paced around shooting off emails to CEOs and presidents. Never really stopped working, ever. That's the thing that the poor and super rich have in common. They tend to have absent parents just for different reasons. Alright, I'm just gonna take a very quick break. What's going on? I'll be back in a second. Don't think my mute's set up properly. One sec. Yeah, all these are set up on the wrong things. Right, that's annoying. Alright, there we go. Right. Let's continue. An EX-1000 military humanoid. When the first fully sentient warbots were sent out to destroy populist resistances in Europe and the US, they all came back with robot PTSD, and a few went on vendetta, slaughtering warmongering politicians and their military superiors. They were known as Rambots. These newer models are heavily lobotomized into minor slaves to avoid a repeat of that and to cut the billions paid in robo-veterans' PTSD therapy and disability benefits. I lobbied my heart to help build the economies of war-torn areas. I was mostly shot down in meetings as being a naive millennial. Android Royal Guard. They were originally based on the cream of the crop FBI and Secret Service agents of the country formerly known as the United States of America. They took the nation's finest agents and replicated them in engineered android bodies. The eugenics of it has always kind of creeped me out, even though I've always been surrounded by these guys since I was born into my golden crib. Which important people, global business leaders, global political leaders, each with at least $1 trillion in net worth. I hate most of these giant dickheads that I'm forced to rub shoulders with to get things done. That's my father, King Warren Clinton Bush, Chief Executive President of the Clinton-Bush Dynasty, Chairman of the Transplanetary Federation. I'd better go get this over with. And there's a Stratoplex, the high city of the 1%ers. The rich, famous, well-connected and royal. A network of floating skylands, interconnected by corporate jets. Being a highborn with ECLAT status, I spent my life up here, didn't actually touch terrestrial soil till I turned 16. As disastrous state and corporate political policies failed to address inequality, ground-based nations and cities became overrun with the poor, unemployed and refugees. Welfare states went bankrupt, social services were cut, poverty exploded and decimated the economy, exacerbating social unrest. After the Coastlandia capital and several corporate and banking headquarters were bombed and stormed by angry mobs, from the right-wing radicals to robot rioters to outraged left-wing populists, the elites of Coastlandia and city-states like it decided to raise the entire city into the air as a last-ditch effort to escape the fury of the bottom 99%. The Great Exodus of 2027, or the Blue Flight, resulted in a 2,000-foot barrier between the haves and the have-nots. Green cards and birth certificates became useless. Only a status card indicating one's economic or political importance would give you a pass beyond the pearly gates of High City. Thousands of Low City would-be refugees hijacked flying cars, stole Airbuses, commandeered Zepp freighters, and in an attempt to fly into the risen city. All were shot down in what became known as the Massacre of 2028. Undocumented immigrants can be shot out of the sky without warning. Alright, let's go talk to him.
Damn, Walker, you've really upped your golf game.
I've swung a lot of heavy metal in my day. You Clington Bushes always got the trump card in politics, though.
Don't short your own stock, Walker. I'm sure you'll be taking my Martian resort from me any day now. In fact, I'll throw in my Jupiter mining colony.
Ha! That Gates Walton kid still badgering you to let him use your orbital station? Nola, is it?
Oh, gosh. That plus $1 trillion in seed capital for his interstellar adventures. It can be your problem, George.
Jobs on a stick. Am I seeing things, or is that psycho General Walker Coke Jobs that tried to gun us down with his warplane at the Capitol?
That's him. Oh no, this is all wrong. Just keep your eyes peeled, Carl, and be ready to get us out of here. Walker could be setting us
How am I
up
going to
for
get
us.
you out of here?
Yes, ma'am. And Princess,
Yes?
you be careful out there, okay? You're our only hope. I mean, you represent us common people. We can't lose you.
I'll do my best, Carl.
Princess Sybil. Great to see you all in one piece, darling. Your dad was worried sick about you.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, General Coke Jobs.
Sibs, there you are. The General here has just been telling me that you've been busy of late.
Yes, I've been working on a number of projects and initiatives.
Your daughter's been doing some great work, Warren. I ran into her at the Capitol, in fact.
Really?
That's right. She was down there, lobbying the government to help with them poor low city ragamuffins, especially the foster robots.
That's my Sybil, heart of gold.
I was down there overseeing the rollout of new security measures. You can never be too careful, especially in light of current events.
That's right. Those slum sprawl terrorists commandeered a CJ-74 Archangel and shot out an entire floor, right?
A damn shame what it is. An attack on us royalty? In our own castle? The hubris of it. We need to hit them goddamn radical Islamist robo-terrorists back hard. No offense, Princess.
None taken, General.
We better not broadcast our attack to the public just yet. Better to just do some executive order backdoor strikes, loose lips sink ships. Ain't that right, Sybil?
Absolutely, General. While I'm generally not in favor of violence, we've got to keep quiet about our machinations. We wouldn't want the wrong people getting wind of what we're up to.
That's great, Princess. I'm real glad we all understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some business to handle before the G8 summit. Warren? Princess?
Of course. See you there, Walker.
That's the Coke Jobs attack drone that hit us at the Capitol. Sybil, you gotta get the hell out of there.
Oh, Jobs. No, I can't run unless the General makes a move, or King Warren will be onto us and the Egalite Cooperative will be ruined.
If that plane opens fire in this golf course, you and your father will be torn to shreds.
I know. Please let him just leave.
Oh, thank Jobs. That was close.
Sib, such a wonderful surprise. How's that fancy air car I bought for you working out? Not still pulling to the left, is it? How's your mother?
Dad, come on. You know I hate sibs. I'm not 5 anymore.
That face.
Of course, darling. Oh, good. We're out of earshot. Where the hell have you been, young lady? I took 500 of my best CIA off the case, installing my technocrats in China and the Eurozone, just to look for my rebel princess daughter. You know that's what the Neofeudals are calling you now? The rebel princess? You know how that makes me look at World Economic Summits? How the hell am I supposed to run these planets if my own daughter won't even back me up?
OMG, Dad, it's not my fault that my humanitarian work is against the grain of your Royal Country Club. That's where I've been this entire time, doing real work on the ground with my mixed species, mixed income community initiative. You always told me to think for myself and do something great with my life. Well, I'm doing that, and making the world a more equal and just place is my great calling. You're the leader and keynote speaker of the G8 summit tonight. You could change the culture, maybe back me up for once.
Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. Oh, my innocent little flower girl. If only you truly understood how power really worked, you'd know why that's not possible.
I am not your naive little daddy's girl, and I will not be condescended to anymore. I'm trying to help provide equal opportunities to the 99% non-royals, build communities, bridge the interspecies racism that is tearing everyone apart, one riot, shooting, and terrorist attack at a time on the planets you claim to be running, but you mostly just ignore and exploit.
You want me to treat you like a grown-up? Fine. Here's the hard truth, princess. There have always been the haves and the have-nots, and that's the way we'll always be. Let's say I open up the Clinton Bush coffers to the commoners, the unwashed terrestrials. Redistribute wealth. Sure, they would be eating lobster nightly, sporting shiny chrome body parts the skies would fill with flying cars. For a time. But helping the poor is like throwing money into a fire. They just burn it up and ask for more. There's no return on investment. I've already pushed billions in aid to terrestrial slum sprawls this year alone with nothing to show for it.
That's because it's all being funneled into slush funds of corrupt cronies. My own cousin, the mayor, and the director of sentient services were lining their own pockets with public money, as I discovered at the Capitol. And what does actually reach the poor is going to overcomplicated, discriminatory, and inadequate welfare.
It's fine to do some philanthropic work here and there. Hold some starving robot kids, or do some boutique urban gardening photo op with inner city transgenic youth to get the liberals on your side. But not too much. You can call it crony capitalism, or you can call it putting family first, the way I help you, my daughter. But a bigger problem is that if we were to start putting more than token resources towards the billions and billions of hungry mouths down there, the other dynasties would sense weakness. And as our resources waned, they would come after our castle. Then someone, the Coke Jobs probably, would take our place as dominant neo-feudal power. And we all know that Walla General is only happy when it's raining bullets and bombs. His itchy trigger finger would hit the big red button and start World War III the second he was given the ultimate throne without our family to put him in check. So you see, that is the heavy golden crown of thorns I must wear, my dear. You may call me evil, and maybe I have some of that in me. But I, Warren Clinton-Bush, am the lesser of two evils by far. We can't always have utopia, my dear princess. Sometimes we have to be strategic, settle for what is achievable. Compromise. That is the heart of politics, after all. True equality, democracy, that's a fantasy of the left.
That's ludicrous. If sentients on the ground just had enough to lift themselves out of the poverty trap, who knows what they could do? Who knows how many great scientists, engineers, artists, the next Einstein, the next Noah Goetzel could be living in that slum, slaving at a dead-end job, forced to become a drug lord to survive, wasting his talent just because we, the 1%, wanted a bigger piece of the pie. All people of all races and substrates could be living happier and more productive lives. Doesn't that mean anything? How can you be so heartless?
I can see we may have to agree to disagree, my dear. Here, baby, you need some money? Take a few billion and go start a charity, or another one of them open source, mixed income, trans-species villages, or whatever you call it. Just don't use any real estate from 57th to Obama Street. We're making a new resort. I mean, regentrifying that area.
Fine, Dad. I guess I'll see you at the G8 summit.
Oh, well.
That old, egocentric, patronizing, ignorant old... Ah! This is why I left the Capitol.
Hey, Sybil. No one can say you didn't try. You pleaded your case through the proper channels. You tried the politics.
Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. I just wish it wasn't my own father we have to overthrow. But it must be done. Stupid old neo-feudal. Let's just get out of here.
Pilot security, limo. Limo just got scanned. How are we going to get in there? Sybil's Sky Khan, Sybil's
a palace
Royal Guard.
levitating above a megalopolis, hovering above mass slum sprawl, home of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Looks like I'm just in time for the G8 Summit, a yearly conference attended by the most powerful neo-feudal dynasties. Families of kings, presidents, executives, military leaders, religious leaders, lifestyle gurus. As a representative of the dominant family, the Clinton Bushes, I'll need to keep up appearances. I have to do my princess wave, shake all the right hands, stand in the photo ops, maybe give a speech about world peace. All the while ensuring that Carl and Proto-J sneak in and the Egalite Cooperative's coup d'etat is successful. The world is counting on us. No pressure.
No pressure. Right, it's sneaky, snacky. Sneak you? Sneaky. Let's just check something quickly. check. Mute. Okay. Right, so what do I need to do? Fulcrum security. I need to get scanned here for theremin bombs, antimatter, nanovials, undocumented illegals, etc. before my Skykite is allowed onto the fulcrum. Should probably just talk to them when I'm ready to enter. I guess I'm ready to enter, aren't I?
Princess Sybil Clington Bush, welcome to the G8 Summit. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we must do a routine scan of your vehicle for security reasons.
I'm not quite ready, actually. Could you give me a moment?
Of course, Your Highness.
Do we have anything on us? No. Can I bugger off elsewhere? The inverted pyramid said to be made of solid gold. I won't put it past my family to boast of a 1,000,000-ton gold structure. Well, that's just a disinformation story spread by our media intended to increase our perceived prestige and simultaneously hiding what is actually inside of the pyramid itself. Which is what? Alright, let's talk to these suckers.
Princess.
Of course. Go ahead.
She's probably got a bomb on board. Right.
Your Highness, there seems to be a problem. We'll also need to scan your personal security detail.
What? Why? What's the problem?
Probably just a minor oversight, but your Royal Guard security clearance codes appear outdated.
Oh no! These are my two double agents loyal to the Egality Cooperative. I had their neural compliance modules removed. That must be throwing up the red flags. Can't yet the other Neofeudals or my father discover what I've been doing with our agents.
Is that so? Well, I order you to change your routine procedure. Do you want me to drop a royal decree and have you recycled for insubordination?
No. Of course not. My humblest, sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. Please have mercy. I was merely following orders.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Grovel. Just get out of my way.
What happened there?
I'd just like to take a little stroll around the palace grounds. It's been a while since I've been home.
Of course, Your Highness.
Before I go into the meeting, I need to plant this bomb somewhere to create a distraction later. Where did you get a bomb from? Antimatter bomb disguised as royal coinage. Clinton Bush banks use financial WMDs, high-frequency trading, derivatives, and other instruments to level the economies of entire nation-states. That's how we conquered Europe. I suppose it's only fitting that the destruction of the neo-feudal plutocracy come in the form of their own money. A gram of antimatter will create an explosion equivalent to 3 Hiroshimas. This coin contains just a microscopic amount, just enough to cause a ruckus, but not enough to vaporize the entire Fulcrum Palace with us on it. Need to plant this bomb somewhere inconspicuous to cause a distraction at just the right time. This hedge maze was seeded by you from the world famous Hampton Court maze in the UK. I love getting lost in the maze, pretending I was Sarah from the labyrinth, waiting to get swept away by David Bowie's Goblin King. Hey, I might have been a neo-feudal brat, but I also went through an angsty teen girl phase and had a crush on David Bowie, just like everyone else. Looks like they've cut the hedge to half height for the G8 summit. For security reasons, of course. They want high visibility. Can't have populist terrorists or usurpers hiding in your garden. Let's have a look at the fountain. I think we can probably plant it in here. Remember throwing golden coins into this fountain as a little girl? I used to wish for silly things like growing up to be a beautiful princess in my beautiful golden castle, married to a handsome prince. Ironically, I was one of billions of other little girls for whom that wish would inevitably come true. But here I am, hating it. Here's wishing every little girl one day has a real chance like I had. Put the coin in the fountain. Of course, just another golden coin amongst thousands of others, and it's just far enough from the palace itself. Okay, time to make my grand entrance at the summit. Okay, time to head on in. Oh boy. This is it, the Global 8 Summit. Representatives of the most powerful and wealthy families on Earth and the colonized solar system meeting to set the course for civilization itself. That's what the Neofeudal owned news organizations are paid to say anyway. Mostly amounts to the 0.001% looking for ways to solidify their position, control the common people, and make sure democracy is as inefficient and non-existent as possible. Well, I better go and do my princessly duty and do the fake tabloid smile, shake hands with rival trillionaires who want my family dead, and drink astronomically expensive Bloody Virgin Marys made with water from the moon and the blood of literal virgins. I'm kidding about that last bit, of course. They don't publicly serve beverages and hors d'oeuvre made from human flesh since it caused an outcry in 28. You have to order it from the secret menu now. Well, better go be social. And save again. Palace? Is that where we are? Oh look, the chandelier could kill everybody! As much as my genius father and his New World Order type friends claim to aspire to be post-human supermen, the only really superhuman thing about the Neofeudals in their toxically excessive opulence, this chandelier... Oh, is their toxically excessive opulence? This chandelier is case in point number 10,000. Emperor Zhizhan of the People's Empire of China. I haven't had a lot of dealings with him myself, but I do know that the Clinton Bushes had central banks print quadrillions of dollars to fund their ascendancy. Emperor Xi threatened to devalue his currency in tandem with Russia and several other countries and switch to a gold standard. As part of the impetus of my father scouring the Jupiter belt and lassoing in that golden comment to nullify the threat of a gold standard into unilaterally assured financial disruption for China. Jeez. Prince Violet Jackson Jones, aka the Mars Walker, his current body supposedly contains 30% Michael Jackson, 30% Prince, and 30% David Bowie DNA. He was genetically and social media engineered to be the perfect rock/pop star. He's won every Grammy, MTV Music Award, and broken every downloadable record since his creation. Although the difficulty of this feat is debatable when all the radio, streaming services, social media, and internet systems are controlled by a few trillionaires who pump the Mars Walker to the top of every chart, feed, search, and rank band video, even if you type in Hyundai fuel cell replacement parts. Princess Sarah Gates Walton of the Gates Walton Corporate Empire. General Walker Coke Jobs, the psycho Coke Jobs leader that tried to kill us, came to a secret understanding at the Oasis Country Club. I could tell my father that the general made an attempt on my life and is conspiring against the Clinton Bush family, but he knows I have protege and I'm conspiring against my own father. We're a political stalemate as it stands, and he probably won't try anything against me in such a public venue, but I need to be careful around him. He's an unstable wildcard. My father, King Warren Clinton Bush, is the hosting royal of the G8 Summit and chairman of the Neofeudal Council. Being the foremost ruler of the Clinton Bush corporate state, and the individual with the single highest net worth and power as ranked by Forbes. I'll need to do a family shot for the media, loving royal father handing on the torch to his adoring up-and-coming daughter, blah, if they only knew. Queen Deborah Merkel-LaCroix, the former president of the EU before it collapsed after inequality, austerity, and a series of Hitler-esque leaders and selfish, embezzling technocrats drove the country towards upheaval and war, culminating in the Second Dresden firebombing. The French, German, British leader assumed the throne of the remains of the European dynasty, ascending 10,000 feet above the ashes and radiation in glittering sky castles, or Himmelschloss in German. Europe has retaken its place as a manufacturing powerhouse, although the manufacturing is all done by super-intelligent machines who build flying Audis, yachts, limos, and other luxury items for royalty, with the most part as Lower Europe, as Lower Europe resembles the medieval Dark Ages, full of sectarian violence, starvation, and plagues, except with smartphones and assault rifles. No, oh, OMG Ord. Nolene is here. He's probably still begging for money for his starships. Who's he going to take a hint? Nolene. Nolan. Maharaja Patel, one of the highest ranking rulers in East Asia. Portraits of Neofeudal monarchy, past and present. Father has asked me repeatedly to have my own visage rendered by Faux Van Verst, the official 12-eyed, half-cephalopod royal portraitist, whose napkin scribbles alone sell for billions in art galleries. I graciously decline Father's requests. Okay, maybe I yell at him to go suffocate on a mouthful of Beluga caviar before stomping out of the palace ballroom. Alright, I mean, we don't need to save. I just looked at a load of stuff, but I guess I'm gonna walk over here. Oh, let's have a look at the throne. The throne! We got lots of these for different ceremonial purposes. Some hewn of diamond or ruby or meteorite. One throne was even constructed from the thermally fused bones of assassinated world leaders. It was used by the Clington Bushes to intimidate the EU and Asia into submission during World War III by threatening rebellious heads of state that they would be Gaddafi'd and added to the sculpture next.
Hi, Father.
Sibs, I can trust you to be on good behavior, right? No stealing the mic and bursting into communist rants, flipping banquet tables, or PR stunts involving tar and feathers, right?
Yes, Father. I'll be good for this summit. Promise.
That's what I like to hear. This virgin's blood Pinot is exquisite, by the way. Do try it.
I hate this.
Alright, what do we got to do? Do I have to talk to everyone?
Princess Sybil, the fulcrum is brightened by your presence.
Thank you for coming, Your Majesty. I hope that Europe is recovering from the war, the second Dresden firebombing.
A catastrophe, no doubt, one that we all deeply regret. However, Europe has retaken its place as a manufacturing powerhouse. Aero BMW, sky yachts, surrogate cyber bodies, orbital platforms, they are at an all-time high.
It sounds like the EU is really bouncing back then.
The only problem is there are only jobs for super-intelligent machines. The guilds, the trades, are lost. Unemployment is at 90%. I regret to say it, but Lower Europe resembles less EU-topia and more the medieval Dark Ages.
Yes,
full
we
of
know this from the
violence, starvation, and plagues, except with smartphones and assault rifles. We have performed aid drops, tried to help those below, but populist animosity is at an all-time high. We elite have lost control of our territory. We rule only the clouds. I have heard of your work with the terrestrials, the sentient underclasses. If only we could replicate this on my continent. Your father has nearly infinite resources. If you could perhaps speak with him?
I wish I could help, Your Majesty, I really do, but my father and I don't see eye to eye. I act against his will, in fact. If I were the monarch of my neo-feudal dynasty, this would be a different world, but as it is, King Warren holds the keys to the kingdom.
Dropping a load of frames, that's great. Let's talk to everyone, I guess.
Good afternoon, Emperor Z.
We are pleased to see you, Princess Sybil. The People's Empire of China has utmost respect for you and your father.
That's nice. I know it's basically a computer-generated, biologically engineered product of big entertainment, but I still have a secret crush on it. I probably have a fangasm, drop 30 IQ points, turn into a swoony, droody hot mess, and say something dumb if I try to talk to him. Better not.
Princess Sarah! Princess Sybil,
Oh,
great to see you.
Okay.
I'm such a huge
Didn't
fan.
do a portrait for
When you
that one.
took the 2027 Transplanetary Academy Awards by storm by defiling your pure human body, it was such an epic, brave move, inserting your consciousness into a vat-grown body with 30% feline genes. You totally inspired me to become a transcorporeal ally to disenfranchised sentient species. Oh, stop spoiling me. I wish the mainstream media hadn't overhyped the scandal of my transgender interspecies vessel. It ended up overshadowing the social justice movement I was promoting. But c'est la vie. In truth, it was badly received in elite circles. But that wasn't what really ruffled feathers. It was when I married a common seamstress/singer from an LA ghetto, Someone so far below my social economic class. Not the fact that I became the first openly lesbian royal, but that I'd married a simple cosplayer micro-celeb with less than 1 billion hype-tube views. That's when I drew attacks from other neo-feudals as a treason against the ruling elite. Tell me about it. That's what happens when you threaten the status quo. Weren't you actually, assassinated, JFK style? Shot in your motorcade to that charity event for #CommonLivesMatter in Paris? Luckily, I had backup of my consciousness and was able to re-sleeve into a new cloned body. Uncle Patty!
Sybil, oh my, you've grown into a beautiful lotus. I remember when you were just a wee
Nah,
little
it's
bud.
creepy.
You taught me to play cricket, made me fall in love with Alu Gobi. How could I forget? Thank you again for that letter of recommendation when I applied for Yalevard.
Not that Clinton Bush needs recommendation to get whatever they want, but it was a nice
It was my
gesture.
pleasure. By the way, after you try the beluga caviar, treat your palate with the gold-plated tikka masala. I snuck my mother's recipe into the android chef's AI.
Sybil, I'm sorry about my crassness at the Capitol.
Huh.
I've set up a Gates Walton charitable foundation to handle support for the terrestrial poor.
It's this
I'm
guy.
donating Big League to it.
This isn't another money laundering scheme to pay off your foreign allies tax-free while simultaneously attempting to woo bleeding heart liberals like me with fake philanthropy, is it?
Absolutely not. I'm sincere here.
Then you wouldn't mind appointing your lefty sister, Princess Sarah, as chairwoman of the board then?
I can't believe you still don't trust me. Did what we have mean nothing?
We had a 2-week fling, Nolan, and I was 17 and naive.
You're going to regret this, Sybil.
Whatever, Nolan.
Well, that's enough socializing with heads of corporate state for now. I didn't talk to the dude. Oh boy, okay, use the portrait icons to switch between player characters. I don't talk to the General Walker Co. shops. I really don't want to talk to that homicidal maniac if I don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to have another quick break. Schmoozing. I'll be back in a sec. Alright. Okay, so I can switch between characters now. Oh, okay. Right, so at some point this is going to create distraction. I'm not sure exactly what we need to do. Bren and I will need to figure out a way to break into probably the most secure complex this side of the Milky Way galaxy. It should be a cakewalk. Let's go to the Gold Pyramid. A gold inverted pyramid? Gold is a bright metal, but that thing is literally glowing. Hell if I know what it is. It's a million miles above my pay grade.
Halt. You're not authorized to be in this airspace. Decloak immediately.
Oh. Shit, we're supposed to be invisible on all spectrums. They must have graviton scanners. Run.
Please advise.
Alright, so they've got scanners. How? My golden third eye mind tricks. Okay, so can I?
Nah, we can't roll up close enough to these motherflackers for my mind tricks to work. They ships be dipping their radar noses in our gravity wells. Take us out with them RPGs.
How the hell am I supposed to do this then? Right, can I talk to... It doesn't want to talk to you. I better just wait for Carl to call when he's ready. The more cellular transmissions between us, the more likely he and Protege will be caught. I could also detonate the anti-mighty bomb with this phone, but I don't need a distraction right now. Well, what the hell are we supposed to do then? Right, there's nowhere else I can go in here. Do we need to talk to anyone else?
Good afternoon.
We are pleased to see.
Right. Do we need to talk to my dad anymore?
Hi, Father.
Sibs.
Yes.
That's
I hate.
Okay. Alright, so how do we... Do I just have to time it? Do I have to go behind the gold pyramid? I think I probably have to go behind the gold pyramid and then... get in here somewhere? And here? Let's try that. Oh, what?
Nah, we can't roll up.
I don't really know what we're supposed to do yet.
Sybil,
What's up, Carl? Make it quick. I have to do a keynote in a few.
we could use some of that neo-feudal influence about now. The Fulcrum air security is impregnable.
I'll see what I can do.
When you speak with the Fulcrum security and come up with a decoy threat to get them away from the Fulcrum itself. Oh, go and talk to this guy. Okay, they're probably all mind linked anyway.
Your Highness, I'm at your service.
I have just received word that one of the Aeromax Zep freighters approaching from the southeast may have an antimatter bomb in the engine compartment and a squadron of X-1000s.
Another Icarus attack from the Low City?
No, this is likely to be an interdynastic coup attempt.
I'll have to report this up the chain of command.
No, you will not. Are you deaf? I said this is likely an inside job and we won't find the mole if they tell their commandos the operation has been compromised.
We'll need to pull from our official Fulcrum Palace perimeter fleet to check out an Aeromax.
Did you not swear an oath and have it neurally programmed into your cybrain to protect royalty? This is a direct threat on the Clinton Bush family. You will inspect the freighter at any cost.
Yes, of course, Your Highness.
Right, so gates down. It looks like Cyril leveraged the royal cards. Right, half the Air Force is taken off. Right, well, where do we want to go then? Up here? Oh, we can't. Can we just let go? I'm just gonna save it again, just in case. I thought we could have flown down around here. This guy's gonna see us. Do I just have to go around him? Give him a wide berth. No, we can only go on this side apparently. Oh. This is awkward. I need to Shanghai Proto inside, but there's no way I'm flying the superpositor right onto the red carpet entrance, even if it's technically invisible on a wavelength. They've probably got hypersensitive grav detectors, quantum flux monitors that can tell where extra eyes are observing the palace's golden photons. In short, we have an ethical bureaucrat's chance in Coastlandia of making it through. And there's the problem of the $6 billion baller and I not exactly being VIPs at this bureaucrat party. We'll need to find another entrance. Uh-oh, someone's coming. Are they... do we have to just nip in here? Where? Oh, are you going to go in here? I think you're going to go in here. Ah. Cargo's being unloaded by shipping bots. They just have basic GPS and gyroscopic sensors on board and won't pose a problem, but that suit droid security will pose a threat. We'll have to get rid of those guards somehow. I know how.
Hey, Proto, can you use your mind control on these security guards?
Yeah, maybe. If you can pull this ride up close enough.
No problem.
I've just got orders from the top to return to the ballroom. We're being relieved. What? We're scheduled for warehousing for the duration, and I wasn't notified. They're saying it's urgent. Highly improbable. You should check your earpiece. What? Yo, dog. I gotta pee like a mofo for real. What? Why are you using that low city dialect? Our synthetic bodies have complete metabolic recycling. We have no urine or bladders. I might have contracted a neurovirus whilst streaming season 3 of Throne Games to my cybrain last night. Better have it scanned for brain bugs later. Right. Let's get back to the ballroom.
Hells yeah! Forget drive-by shooting. Drive-by mind wrecking. That's some baller shit right there.
We should be clear to land now. Better put the eagle in the nest before the chickens come home to roost. Right, we'll do it then. Coast clear, time to crash this party. Oh, they've all got their
Prosperity
goblets
has
now.
never been greater. The flourishing of all of our houses remains at all-time highs. Gross celestial product is up 30%, and dynastic employment amongst fully verified sentient species is at 99%. Geosynchronous resort cities are booming. Luxury skycraft and spacecraft are churned out by labor-free robotic plants by the dozen. A Martian colony has broken ground on the first sister city, with Venus terraforming coming along smoothly, and profits from asteroid mining has taken off. On my 12th birthday, I received no super yacht in the shape of a whale, no private orbital Disneyland theme park, or directorial ownership of my favorite kids show like most kids do. I wanted my pony princess, but I digress. No, my father's present was to give me the city once known as New York, to rule as chief executive lord and mayor. It was my job to lower taxes for the wealthy, to sit on the boards of major Wall Street banks, increase corporate profits, and ensure the Clinton Bush estate continued to grow from its meager $1 trillion. Humble beginnings, I know. I learned more in that 12th year of my life than perhaps any year since. I learned the way the world truly worked has always worked. I helped double our dynasty's net worth by the following year. The year after that, not only New York, but the entire United States of America went into bankruptcy during the global smash crash, and the Clinton Bushes were there to swoop in, buy the entire country for pennies on the dollar. I'll never forget what he said the day Dad signed over the 10 trillion estate to my name and entered indefinite cryosleep in his golden coffin. One day, you will have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moves on the earth, and all other earths. He was paraphrasing the Bible, of course, which was unusual for my father, who only went to church to launder money and win over Christian voters, but the words stayed with me to this day. Dominion over every living thing on earth and all other earths. This was the word of God. Now, I realize I come from a lineage of presidents, CEOs, financial magnates, kings and emperors, spanning 6 continents, 5 planets, and over a century. I don't want to be one to pat myself on the back, but as the great Ayn Rand once said, wealth is the product of man's capacity to think. We are the ones who created this bright, golden, luxurious future we all inhabit through our innovation, ingenuity, and hard work. We, the neo-feudal elite, the captains of industry. I think we here all deserve a little congratulations for our work. It's only fair for our hard work that we should be rewarded with dominion over all of these terrestrial living things. That includes the 99%. They're ours to subdue, to use as we see fit. For, like pets or cattle, they are not smart enough to efficiently manage themselves. Dad was so smart, so prophetic. All Earths. I used to think he simply meant the other planets, which we now clearly rule, but as the late great Dr. Noah Gertzel revealed to us, they're not only other planets, but other realities. Countless parallel universes that exist beside us in other dimensions. We deserve dominion over these other Earths as well. And that is what we shall soon achieve, friends, with this penultimate technology, the so-called Garden of Forking Paths. The Garden of Creation, the Garden of Eden, and it is only right that we should return to paradise. For dare I say, we are doing God's work. A toast to doing God's work.
A great speech, Warren, but you know as well as I do that the Garden of Forking Paths cannot be used without the key which Goethe has kept hidden from us. In addition, a unanimous vote of the Neofeudal Council is required.
The ability to alter reality itself? No one should have such godlike power. It will destabilize the balance we have created.
Indeed. And you'll never get my vote, Father.
Ah, such a cute, precocious little daughter I've raised, no? I realize that we have not always seen eye to eye, but you must realize the true possibilities of the technology. Imagine the countless other poor folks you could help feed and clothe in these other realities.
We should take care of the misfortunate in our own reality before worrying about others.
Yes, what?
Father, are you all right?
Poison?
Your Majesty.
Oh, man down, man down.
King Warren has fallen.
I'm not getting a pulse. No apnea or neural activity. The body appears to be rapidly decomposing.
From the speed and color, I'd say it was a nano deconstructor. It'll be turning his brain into porridge by now, so he can't remote download his personality out of his shell.
Father?
Well, this is just a terrible turn of events. But as next highest ranking member of the Neofeudal Council, I hereby assume the position of chairman.
What? You probably poisoned him, you bastard!
You're a traitor, Walker, and that is my father. I am heir to the throne. I am the rightful chairwoman.
Oh, now, darling, let's not go tossing the T word around, or someone just might get their glass house cracked. But who makes you queen anyway? You? You in whose army, princess? You in whose army?
The Coke Job's forces! Guards, stop them! Oh god, this is all wrong. The Egalite Cooperative was supposed to do a coup d'etat against my father, not Walker.
As chairman of the Neofeudal Council, I hereby suspend all rules and regulations and institute autocratic... Oh, hell, I'm in charge now, okay? Boys, please take the rest of the council. Oh, except Mr. Nolan there.
Scumbag.
I'm appointing him as my right-hand man.
Nolan? Nolan, you sniveling little backstabber, you've been plotting with the coke jobs this entire time?
Oh, come now, sweetheart. We had a thing, but then you had to go and break my heart.
You never loved me, you pompous upstart rocket boy. You just wanted me for my money.
And if you could have just played politics and given it to me like everyone else, I wouldn't have had to join your family's rival dynasty and build next-gen military technology for them. Pity.
Enough of this lovey-dovey romance crap. More action. Operation Apocalypse Now is a go. I repeat, initiate Operation Apocalypse Now. That's the problem with all these foreign wars. You have to watch them on GNN News through a little screen. Wars on the homeland get you right in the action. You royal folks stay here. My troops will keep you company while I watch the fireworks. Yahoo! Time to reap that whirlwind, baby! Time to reap what man has sown!
Horus, this is Talon 1. We have visual on a massive force of military aircraft, mostly CJ-74 overthrowers. They claim to be reinforcements against a red alert terror threat. Please advise.
Those are forces attempting coup on the council.
Princess Sybil? Sorry, you're breaking up. What's happening? Where is King Warren?
King Warren is dead. Destroyed. Overthrowers.
Sorry, Princess. It seems someone is jamming our communications. Wait. We have confirmed airborne attacks. It looks like the coke jobs are attempting a full-scale assault on the fulcrum. Defend the palace.
Oh, Christ. Oh, my God. Okay, let's, we created a decoy. My father is, I can't process this right now. I need to figure out how to fix this royal cluster flack or we'll be dead and that insane general will start doomsday. Okay, well, that's... Oh, I can't change. How... I'll just walk out.
Get back.
Get back. Can I...
Get back.
Oh, I can activate this. Okay. Let this
Carl,
thing-
everything has gone sideways. We're being held hostage in the throne room.
Okay, we're on our way, Sybil. Just hang in there. We're bringing the secret weapon.
What's the secret weapon?
General, we've discovered a Class 7 unidentified craft with advanced cloaking and quantum technology. A human cyborg and a heavily modified humanoid robot were sighted, but we lost track of them. Yes, sir.
Princess Sybil, you wouldn't happen to have a little ragtag crew of misfits sneaking around the fulcrum now, would you?
I'm here alone. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. You're a better politician than that. I know you can lie better about your, what's it called? Eagle Corporation? Enron Corp? Egalite Cooperative, that's it. Yes,
Now, as much as I love smoking out a gorilla myself, takes me back to Cambodia in '68. I ain't got time for that. So, Princess, you're gonna tell me where Charlie is, or I'm gonna have to start impeaching the Neofeudal Council one by one with bullets.
You're insane. I'll never talk.
I love your spirit, girl. You've got that millennial spunk to you. You guys get a bad rap. Captain, go ahead and shoot Mr. Patel in the forehead for me, will you?
Yes, sir.
He's really excited about that. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God!
You're a monster!
Maybe so, ma'am. But it's rich old blue bloods like you that sent me and my brothers into 7 different wars where we shot kids and blew up hospitals. So who's worse, Frankenstein or his creators? You're goddamn hypocrites.
All right. No more.
You mean Frankenstein's monster? Oh, his
My
creators.
associates are...
Yes? Speak up, girl.
there. Everyone get down!
Oh, he's here.
Jesus Christ, it's a fucking A51. Check it out.
How did he get here?
Stay frosty and check your 6. You might be able to catch it on infrared.
His hand appeared in.
Fucking thing's faster than a cheetah bot and it's got neutron armor. Game over, man.
Get your sight range straight, Corporal. If we don't take this rogue prototype down, we'll all be decommissioned for recycling.
Try flushing it out of the cloak with an EMP. Fire in the hole! Ow! The hostile is down. Check its vitals.
Poor chap.
Fuck! The Knox got Talos! I swore an oil pack with the big dog. I gotta represent the Chrome Boys and cap all them CJ dwanks.
I hear you, Proto. But we can't go gangsta with 2 pistols against a bunch of fully automatics. We've got to play this game like
There's only
Neofeud.
3 of them left.
We've got to play it like chess.
I feel you. Call the shot, Carl.
We're gonna shoot
Looks
the
like
chandelier.
Big guy's down for the count. But we can't risk another Charlie Foxtrot on the slim chance he resurrects. Hicks, Velasquez, stay on the A51. Reinforcements should be in any second.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Oh boy. Okay. Do you want to detonate the antimatter bomb? No, probably not yet.
That's one of the Cligton-Bush conspirators. Terminate them!
Try again. Alright, let's detonate the bomb.
Jobs Christ! That sounded like an antimatter bomb. You two, go check it out.
Two down, 3 to go.
Stay where you are.
Okay. Can't figure that out. I really want to shoot the chandelier. I need to talk to myself.
That's That's one of the Clington-Bush conspirators. Terminate them!
Come on, Carl, you could have got one of them. Okay, right, let's detonate the bomb. Get rid of those two.
Jobs, Christ! You do.
Yeah, okay, that's gone. Can you use your mind powers on the A51? So if I use... Man, I really want to shoot the chandelier. I don't know what to do.
That's one of the Cling. You.
Although he wasn't. Oh. Maybe if I make her walk to this side?
Stay.
No. So these spec ops, elite military types are not insulated against electrocution. Unlikely. It would take at least 3 to 5 seconds to sustain voltage to put the unmodified nature-created humans down. These guys are gene-modded and augmented most likely, so I'd have a better chance of surviving just by curling up into a fetal position.
That's
No, no. Tricky. Tricky. I could... Alright, I guess I'll have to get rid of those again.
Job, you.
Can I not do anything? Let's save it here. So I can't shoot him, he just kills me. Can't shoot the chandelier, can't shoot the throne. Can I shoot him? No. Can't mind control him, can't mind control him. What to do here?
That's one of the Cling.
Yeah, I thought so. Alright, so maybe I don't need to do the bomb straight away. What else could I do? Maybe I should shoot and then at the same time...
That's one of the Cling.
Can't do that.
Jobs Christ! You do.
Shoot them now while they're distracted.
Stay where you. Stay. Stay.
Alright, I don't know what to do here. I'm stuck. Can't look at the A51. Can't look at anyone now. See if I can't talk to him, can I?
That's one of the
Damn
clip.
it. Stuck. You can't use your mind control powers from here. If I do it specifically on that guy, he'll turn around.
Captain, you alright, sir?
There's too many popos to be icing with just one remote control. Okay, right, so that's fine.
Ah, yeah, I'm fine. Must be nervous or something. Better have my myoelectrics checked later.
Right, okay, so switch to her. Blow that up.
Jobs Christ! That sounded like an antimatter bomb. You do. Go check it out.
Right, let's use him. I control this guy.
Captain, you alright, sir?
Check. I'm smooth operating this nigga. Let me know when you're ready to hit it, Carl.
She's leaving the obs with Protege controlling one troop. It's 2 on 2.
Perfect. Wait for my signal, then take out the one on the right. We'll only get one shot at this.
Roger. I'm in the zone.
Hey!
Now!
That's funny. He must have patched this. This is an older version.
Motherfucking mate, yo! Aw, that was the dopest place, and Shaquille O'Neal slam dunked over Barry Silver in the 2028 RNBA Championship.
I love it when a conspiratorial plot to overthrow another conspiracy comes together.
You guys were amazing. I could kiss you.
As nice as that would be, never mind. Sorry, Princess. We came as fast as we could.
Thank God you guys showed up when you did.
What do we do now?
We don't have the military resources here to stand up to the cock jobs. They are too powerful.
There's only one thing we can do. We have to vote to unlock the Garden of Forking Paths. It has the power to alter reality itself and is the only thing that can undo this havoc.
But the key to the garden, no one has been able to find it for years despite so much effort searching for it.
I have found the key to the garden.
Impossible.
You must believe me. I have the key, and it is the only way to end this. We must vote now before it's too late.
Do it!
We may regret it, but I see no choice.
Europe cannot withstand another war. I vote yes.
Then we have a unanimous vote of the remaining non-rogue council. I will get the key to the garden. You have my word. Carl, the superpositor, is it still intact?
Yeah. Air Force One is still docked and fully closed.
Well, yeah, but they know it's there.
As for the rest of the Neofeudal Council, you should evacuate immediately on my personal transport. Clinton Bush agents still loyal to me will help you escape.
Thank you, Sybil. We are all deep in your debt.
Quickly, Carl, Proto, we've got to move before the General returns with ground reinforcements. Quick, we've got to get to the elevator to the Fulcrum's main facilities.
Alright. Really would like to save again. Oh, we're going down the thrones, the elevator? No, not quite. Oh, we're here. Okay, we saw this in the intro.
What is this place?
This is the Fulcrum Research Facility. This is where the Golem Project was founded and carried out, where Noah Goetzel worked for my family for years.
This the crib I was born in? Where Pops manufactured my main brain?
Yes, Proto. You spent your alpha and beta test days in one of these cells to ensure you were viable.
Wait. If I kicked it as a shorty in this top secret lab, why come I don't remember none of it?
It's standard procedure for all for all sentients to have their hardware and or wetware formatted to factory settings before shipment.
What? What you trying to say? They wiped my brain board like an Etch-a-Sketch before flushing me down the toilet?
Yes, they didn't want any...
Ah.
Any what? Any chromes or frankenfreaks spilling to the news about how they was jammed full of needles and trodes and dissected like a fucking science frog for some egghead's experiments?
Essentially, yes. Although whistleblowers are generally marginalized by corporate state-controlled media as tinfoil conspiracy theorists, then assassinated.
So as if they flapped up the memory wipe, I would have just been thrown in the loony bin then? Recycled? That shit's supposed to make me feel better?
I'm sorry, Proto. It was horrible. What happened still happens here. I'm sorry I didn't do enough at the time, Proto. I really am. But if we can get to the Garden of Forking Paths, if we, the Egalite Cooperative, succeed, we can change all of this.
We better get going. The coke jobs can't be far behind.
Save. No shampoo. Elevator. Who am I controlling here? Carl. Let's have a look at some of this stuff. Nope. Can't use that. So buttons on the elevator control panel. Oh, P1. Okay, so polystyrene room. Oh, go back up. Doors went open. Looks like we're locked out of this level. We're gonna have to go down to the bottom, blatantly. Maybe this is the floor to get to those mobile research platforms, but we don't have time for this. Don't have time to go visit the inmates. We can emancipate the eugenic slaves after we gain control of the Garden of Falcon Pass. Oh yeah, okay. So that's that place.
What is this place? Is this the Garden of Forking Paths?
I'm not sure, but if Gertzel was telling the truth, we should be on the right track. I don't remember this facility during my time on the Golem project.
Quantum EEG device. The display is covered in a webwork of runes and symbols that could be abstract and mathematical equations or hieroglyphs for all you know. It's like some sort of helmet used for the Gertzel to key their consciousness test. Oh, great. Okay. Let's put this damn thing on. No. Damn, I guess I was the wrong mind. Alright, let's try you, Proto. Let's right click on you and then...
What's up with the brain scan, yo? I thought I was the chosen one or whatever.
The panel said something about having the name of the primordial one, the blood of the prime mover, and the mind of the protege at hand, right? Maybe we need the other two items in place before you can unlock the garden with your mind.
Great. Okay, so... Oh, wait, he's got? Try and use Aleph on it. No. Right, I guess we're going back to the elevator. Don't leave now, we need to get the garden unlocked. That's not... Oh, wait a minute, one of these has got his phone, hasn't it? Ah, hang on. Sample of blood. Dr. Gertzel. Director Protege. No. I've got blood, Sybil. You don't have anything to talk to about now. Right about now. Okay. Can I give this to him? Can I give it to him in here? It flickers to life as you touch it. Center is a screen projecting a sort of virtual codex, written in archaic yet intelligible English. Cryptic images circumscribe the book on the left and right, arranged almost like a triptych painting for an altar. Text reads: the name of the primordial one, the blood of the prime mover, the mind of the protege. The sum of these must be at hand, ye who would seek to enter the garden. Name of the primordial one, the blood of the prime mover. So I got the blood. Aleph. Garden of Forking Pass is an enormous riddle or parable whose theme is time, said Albert. Garden of Forking Pass is an incomplete but not false image of the universe as Sui Pen conceived it. In contrast to Newton and Schopenhauer, your ancestor did not believe in a uniform, absolute time. He believed in an infinite series of times in a growing, dizzying net of divergent, convergent, and parallel times. This network of times which approach one another, forked, broke off, or were unaware of one another for centuries, embraces all possibilities of time. You do not exist in the majority of these times. In some you exist and not I. In others I and not you. In others both of us. In the present one, which a favourable fate has granted me, you have arrived at my house. In another, while crossing the garden, you found me dead. In still another, I utter these same words, but I am a mistake, a ghost. Georges Louis Bourges, The Garden of Forking Paths. The Maharal began to circle around the golem 7 times. Then, with one voice, all 3 recited the scriptural passage from Genesis 2:7. And he breathed into the nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Immediately the golem opened his eyes and looked at the 3 men wonderingly. On the way home, the Maharal said to the golem, "Know that we have created you so you may protect the defenseless Jews against their enemies." Although the golem could not speak, for the power of speech is God's alone to give, he nonetheless understood what the Maharal said to him. Maharal ordered the golem to guard the ghetto of Prague like the apple of his eye, to roam all of his streets at night, and to be on the lookout against those who might wish to do evil to the Jews, and the golem did so. Golem Prague. For seeing life is but a motion of limbs, the beginning whereof is in some principal part within. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels, as doth a watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such was intended by the artificer. Thomas Hobbes, Leviathan. Alright. Right, let's look at the other stuff. Examine the left image, and we're missing Aleph.
Of course. I recognize these symbols. They were imprinted onto Dr. Gertzel's first successful post-human prototypes. Aleph, Mem, Tav. Together the symbols read Emet, or truth.
Mm-hmm. That's one piece of the riddle solved. Now let's look at the right image. Death is the path to life. Alright, let's put some blood in here. Goetzel's blood worked. Blood of the prime mover, the creator. Of course, that's one piece of the riddle solved. So now we just need protege. The protege, I should say. Well, this is trippy.
Jesus. What the hell is that? It looks like a giant neural. It's like the mind of God himself.
This has to be it. The Garden of Forking Paths. We've done it.
Wait, so I'm supposed to be like God or Galactus now or something? I don't feel all divine and all powerful.
You're supposed to be able to alter reality itself using your mind. Just focus on a vision of resetting the world to normalcy.
Normalcy? I don't even know what that even is. But, okay. Okay, I'm trying, but nothing's happening.
I don't understand. We did everything the right way, just as Gertzel said.
Dying's quite a rush. You should try it sometime.
King Warren?
Coat job's good.
Father? You died. General Walker poisoned you during the G8 toast.
You pegged it on Walker, huh? That old war-slinging cowboy was always an easy scapegoat. Reliable in his insanity. Nice try, but a bogey. Carl, come on, you're an honest-to-Bogart detective. You must have cracked this case by now.
Killed himself.
The only plausible explanation is it was you. The king is his own king.
I should have gone through the other options, really.
You committed suicide by poisoning yourself.
Hole in one. You found the Maltese Falcon, Detective. Unfortunately, you also found the Horus's talons. See, I knew I'd never convinced my uppity little Mother Teresa of a daughter here to hand over the key to the Garden of Forking Paths. I also knew that a unanimous vote to release that ultimate power would never pass in the Neofeudal Council, because I would be the one in control and would start wiping my rivals off of the face of the planets one by one. A mental note, wipe rivals off of map later. I also had it from my CIA intelligence guys that Walker was planning a coup d'etat via all-out aerosol and piloted ground troops. Gotta give the guy credit, he knows how to put on a show. Now, I knew if I was mysteriously and publicly assassinated at the G8, Walker would immediately storm the fulcrum like the United States bombing an oil-rich Middle Eastern country, which would put all of the Council's heads of corporate state in dire and possibly deadly straits. In which case, they'd be swimming for the nearest lifeboat like rats on the Titanic. And if that meant unlocking the garden, then so be it. With your hated father dead, you, Sybil, would be happy to give the Council a bailout using your key. That is, Mr. Robot here, I suppose. Secret is, I had a poison tweet. The nano-deconstructor said to delay neural tissue breakdown to give me just enough time to remote download out of my dying body.
Into what?
Well, let's just say I'm post-geographical. I think Gertzel threw around the term discarnate. I'm a ghost in the machine, my friend. I'm one with the eye in the sky. See, I was there when Gertzel finished his masterwork, his personal Sistine Chapel. Beautiful, isn't it? But the little detail you all missed is that the key to the garden is separate from the throne of the garden. Gertzel resisted the idea, of course, knowing I'd be the one in the control seat, but 100 subjective years of transcranial neural torture will change a man's mind, even one as strong-willed as Gertzel. Your problem, my dear Sibs, is hubris. Runs in the family, I suppose. See, you thought you had a master plan airtight, but I've always been a step ahead. The Eye of Horus sees all, darling. I know you don't believe me, but truly it pains me so to hear through a wiretap connection that my own daughter is plotting against me.
But how did you... The money. You buried a Trojan in the transfer.
You took the billions from me at the Oasis Country Club like you always do, taking Daddy's money.
That's fiat money, printed out of thin air by your banking cartel.
Details, details. It's the principle of it, baby. You were my scion, the next in line for the throne.
You never would have given it up. All you care about is yourself, your power, your dynasty.
You were my dynasty. You were my daughter, my flesh and blood. That's what a dynasty is. I could have given the world to you, Sybil, but now, as we say in politics, steps have been taken. Steps we can't untake. I guess that's the irony. I can alter reality itself, but I can't change you. It's just like my father always said when he was king. It's lonely at the top. Here, you can have front row seats to my new empire. You can watch my nation building.
Whee!
What's wrong with this picture? Oh yes, I need to be winning. Abracadabra. That's better.
King Warren just used the garden to annihilate the entire Coke Job Sky City.
Did you completely lose your marbles during that upload to the God computer? You just blew up an entire city full of people.
Technically, I simply swapped in a portion of parallel reality wherein the Coke Job Stratoplex accidentally has a nuclear meltdown. So you see, according to causality, the explosion was always going to happen in its own timeline. I'm not liable for any loss of life or property. It's just a matter of risk management, see? Walker should have taken out city owners' insurance.
But you made the risk of meltdown 99.999%. You weighted the dice in your favor, ensuring the destruction of your rival neo-feudal family.
Oh, come on, Sims. Now you're just nitpicking with technicalities. Besides, this wouldn't be the first time the powerful have put their hand on the scale in their favor. You do it all the time, by giving defective evolutionary losers in the ghetto a chance to lead a healthy, productive life.
The Egalite Cooperative works to better the lives of all. You just destroyed thousands, maybe millions of lives to increase your own power.
Settle down, darling. You're overreacting now. Have you already forgotten that the Coke Jobs conducted a military strike against the Fulcrum and took the G8 hostage? That psycho General Walker declared war. It is the Coke Jobs military-industrial complex that was destroyed, after all. As I said, the Clinton-Bush dynasty, under my leadership, is the only thing that can bring stability and prosperity to the world. We are exceptional. We do not negotiate with terrorists like Walker.
You're insane! You've just destroyed the entire city-state of a major neo-feudal power. This could destabilize relations across the entire solar system. You might have just started World War IV.
And just as the Americans and Russians had mutually assured destruction during the Cold War, the Warren Doctrine will do it one better. Unilaterally assured destruction. Any attempt to countermand my agenda or subvert my authority will be met with immediate and total oblivion. It will be a new, peaceful, golden age. I'm sorry, the truth is a cruel mistress, but you know I am right. Power is all there is. Those with the gold make the rules, and Clinton-Bush has a monopoly position on gold.
You forgetting one thing, bitch. All that glitters ain't always gold.
Ah, the low city's trash speaks. Gertzel must have truly lost his mind to put the key to the kingdom in a worthless tin can like you. Really, Sybil, all the low city franken freaks and junkbots can ever amount to is nothing. Well, for queens at best, suckling at the high city teat for an energy handout or free housing. And the majority? Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, like this metal thug here. All you do by trying to help them is prolong their pointless, miserable lives of squalor.
That's a whole zip freighter full of fucking bullshit. My maker, Doc Gertzel, he master planned your blingy sky cribs, your chrome warriors, even your god cannon here. And when you got what you wanted, you dumped the mega genius in a landfill, called him a conspiracy nut, a terrorist. You ain't about shit, bitch. You just a scrub, jacking the swagger of giants. Use the Steve Jobs, leeching screen time and dollars off the techno genius of Wozniak. Use a Kanye West, an Illuminati phony, getting rich and shitting all over the legacy of social conscious hip-hop like Public Enemy. You take people who make a difference, flock them over, and make a buck. Ha! Dog, you know what the funniest shizzle is? I used to thought getting the glitz and the bling and ices in my dope crystal sky crib and a fly-ass pop star diva bay was the life. $6 billion baller. Ha ha! Now I see what this high-town phony shit is about. Flack that shit! That was all flacking, wishy-washy, bullshit, imagination, dream shit. My pops was a flacking deadbeat. He was an asshole drug dealer with screws loose, narcissistic tendencies, all kind of other problems. But he was real. Realer than any of this fake-ass, shiny royal, discarbonated, soulless garbage.
Nice speech for a defective product, prototype J13916. What are you going to do about it, boy?
I'ma do what he would have done. Get ready, yo, cause shit's about to get real.
My mind is thirsty. You finished instinct. How possible?
Princess, Carl, you guys better bail. I don't know how long my Optimus Prime mode can hold back motherfucking Megatron here.
No, we're not leaving you, Proto.
Jobs, Christ, kid.
Go on, Carl. Go get your beats back. Live free or die hard. You flacking po.
God damn it, you little punk. Thank you, kid.
We're coming back for you, Proto. Maybe not in this time or this reality, but a princess always repays her debts.
Oh, and
Don't have a seizure.
you owe me a cigarette, bitch.
Enough! I am the master of the universe. I win. I always win.
Oh no. Poor Protege.
What's happening?
What is happening, Carl?
The elevator just locked up all of a sudden.
No, nothing's happening. The interface is malfunctioning.
Why are we on this floor?
I've got no idea. It's like the controls
Protege.
been overridden.
Protege's doing it. Uh-oh, or not.
Princess Sybil?
Help us! The Coke Jobs have taken over the Fulcrum.
Princess Sybil, you were charged with treason for conspiring against King Warren Clinton Bush, CEO of the Clinton Bush corporate state, and against the Neofeudal Council.
This is insanity.
You're also charged with war crimes in violation of the Geneva Convention. These include the use of nuclear weapons against civilian populations, and unwarranted slaughter of millions in the destruction of the Coke Job Stratoplex, and resulting collateral damage.
The destruction of the Coke Jobs Sky City was orchestrated by King Warren using the reality shaping device. He openly admitted it.
He has made an official statement to investigators naming you as the suspect. There is a preponderance of the evidence, including emails and security footage.
My father has the Garden of Forking Paths. He can manufacture all the evidence he wants with a mere thought.
Please come with us, Princess.
She's not going anywhere with you.
Oh, Carl's down.
Your ammunition is ineffective against our universal reconstructors.
Could have told me that beforehand.
Carl, it's no use. We can't win this battle.
Come with us now.
I guess we're going with you.
It's for you.
This is Carbon.
It seems that defective of yours disrupted my synaptic connection with the garden shortly before I tore him apart atom from atom.
Serves you right, you inhuman slime. Without your quantum magic wand, your all-powerful Wizard of Oz image turns out to be a shriveled little man behind the curtain. Once the rest of the Neofeudal Roundtable senses your weakness, they'll erase your digital existence like a private email server full of dirty laundry. You're finished.
Strong words for a failed detective, a failed husband, your poor wife.
What are you talking about? You don't know shit about me.
Oh, but I do, Carl. I own the police. the FBI, the CIA, remember? Got your case file here. You led quite an interesting life, Carl Carbon. One wife, one dependent, divorced.
Don't you talk about my family, you son of a bitch!
Or what? Are you going to arrest me? Punch me in the face? You're right, though. I won't talk about it. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
This way.
Oh. Okay, let's save. It's my son, Johnny. It's my wife, Jewel. I just won't talk to them. Princess Sybil, now we're just got to get her out of this
Stay
cell.
here and inspect the cell, please. Stay here and inspect.
Yeah, right, I get the idea.
Johnny! Hey, Johnny! It's Daddy!
Doesn't appear to hear you. Why can't he hear me? Maybe because he's not really there.
Jewel! Hello? Jewel, it's Carl!
Doesn't appear to hear you. Why can't she hear me?
Jewel? Johnny? Hey! Jewel! Johnny! Hey! It's Carl! It's Daddy!
What's happening, Mommy? It's cold in here, and I'm scared. I want to go home.
I'm not sure, baby. The policeman just said he had a few questions. I don't understand.
I want to go home.
I'm sorry, baby. It'll be all right. We'll get out of here soon. Don't you worry.
Jewel, it's me. I'm right here. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Don't worry. Why can't they hear me? What have you done to them, you piece of shit?
I haven't done anything, yet. This cell is probably an improvement to their prior living conditions, actually.
Let them go. I'll kill you. I swear to jobs, I'll...
Oh, settle down, Carl. We're in High City now. No more barbarism. Let's have a civilized talk. Tell me, Carl, did you start cheating on your wife before or after you started shooting up the narcotics you were confiscating for the DEA?
Shut up! That's a lie. I never...
Your email and text message histories say different. We've got a family picture here. Neo Waikiki. My, such a beautiful wife and a cute kid.
How did you get that picture?
To my superhero hubby. Love, Jewel. Wow, Carl, you were a lucky man. Too bad you had to screw it all up.
It wasn't my fault.
You shot that innocent robot, Vatron Martin. Started the media fiasco.
I was under direct orders to shoot. I was framed, crucified.
But you pulled the trigger. You screwed up. Own up, Carl. Vatron Martin. Say his name.
Vatron Martin, what?
I screwed up.
You were fired from CPD. Now Jewel and Johnny are living in Dickinson's slum, barely getting by on food stamps. No health care for Johnny's multiple sclerosis.
I tried. I gave them all the savings, the pension. We sold our little one bedroom. I moved into a leaking flat in the slum. She wouldn't even talk to me. Got a job at Senian Services, but that was barely enough to live on soyman noodles. I gave them everything.
Wasn't enough though, was it, Carl? You just couldn't make it as a provider. You're a failure as a husband, as a father, defective, an error. As failed as that rusty old arm of yours. Useless as this pitiful, half-baked egalite plot.
I screwed up. I screwed it all up. I'm so sorry.
Aw, crying, Carl.
I'll tell you what, Carl. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Help your family out. Give them the American dream. No, the Neofeudal dream. Your wife can live in High City, in the jeweled home of her choice. Johnny's illnesses can be wiped clean with Nanomet tech. You can go to the best schools, be an architect, whatever he wants.
You can do that?
Of course I can. That's how Neofeudalism works. As long as you help me remain in power.
What do you want from me?
I just need you to take their place in a cell. Simple as that. Just do your hard time in the slammer. I read you grew up Catholic. Just call it penance for your sins. Reconciliation.
That's all? And my family is taken care of?
Absolutely. That's the deal. After all you put your family through, don't you owe it to them?
I'd be betraying Sybil, her revolution.
My daughter's liberal fantasies were doomed to failure from the start. She is in my custody now and cannot help you. If you attempt to speak to her, the deal is off.
Can I at least speak to my wife and son first?
Unfortunately, that's not possible. Right now, they have no idea what has transpired. And if they get wind of what has transpired here, they will have to be eliminated.
Okay, I need to think.
We don't have time, Carl. This has to happen now. As you said, my rivals will be coming for me. So, deal or no deal?
Can I save first? No, I'm not doing it.
Never. You're a master manipulator and you're just using my family to move me like a chess piece on your board. Well, I won't be the pawn of a king anymore.
Carl, I'm disappointed. An idealistic hero wannabe to the bitter end. Fine. If you want to martyr yourself and your family for some imaginary greater good, so be it.
It would have been nice to save before that point. The one on the left punched, but oh, there's some fun bugs in this part.
It's over, Carl. At least Jewel and Johnny will have a chance. There's some solace in that. Irony is, I put dozens of slumbot kids and chimera junkies in prisons just like this one to meet an arrest quota, climbing the CPD ladder. I barely gave it a second thought, slapping the electrostatic cuffs on some minority species kid in a hoodie. Poetic justice is funny like that. I wonder if Dr. Gertzel spent the last of his Golem project days chained up in a cell like this one. I suppose King Warren will keep me on ice down here indefinitely, an asset awaiting liquidation. Still, one piece of the jigsaw that doesn't add up. Why would Warren even bother keeping me around? If he has Sybil in custody, the Coke Job's entire flying Pentagon a radioactive wreck. Unless I'm being saved as some sort of bargaining chip. To bargain with who? Hey, what was that?
What the hell is that? That CCTV looks like it's going schizophrenic, or am I the one losing my head? Or mind? Maybe the tech is bugged. You know, for a multi-quadrillion-dollar corporate state empire, Clinton Bush seems to be really cheapskating on their infrastructure. Can't reach the camera from here. Maybe if I had some Reebok future steps, those b-boy shoes with spring-loaded soles. No chance of scoring some in here. Looks like a drain in case the plumbing backs up. Or if one of the transhuman experiment subjects tried to end their nightmarish tortured existences by slitting their own wrists with a shank. Something probably helps get rid of the blood for easy cleanup. See if we can open up the drain. This thing is bolted right into the wall. Don't think I'm getting it off. And if I could, there isn't some secret agent stealth shooter video game where I can just sneak through the air vent to get out of every sticky situation. I'd have to be the size of a gerbil to fit through that. I still want you to pull it off though. It's a moderately fluffy pillow, not screwed down like virtually everything else in the cell. Right, let's pick the pillow up. Standard top secret eugenics experimentation facility prison pillow. Nothing of note. Fairly standard issue wall-mounted bed. I didn't have time to pocket any shanks on the way in. You've got your thing, dude. You've got your ninja arm. And the FBI androids frisked me just before tossing me in here. The prison bed is actually more comfortable than the shrink-wrapped bundle of foam-packed packing peanuts I sleep on at home. Some sort of mimetic polystyrene in it or something. Oops. Nothing used for escaping a prison cell, unfortunately. Can you get on the bed? Bed is securely fastened to the wall. No, I'm getting this off without any high explosives or a plasma torch. Well, you sort of have a plasma torch. Where's the light? Can't reach it. Same as before. Sink. It's important to stay hydrated while being indefinitely detained with no hope of a hearing or trial in the top secret malicious eugenics laboratory. Turn on the faucet. Faucet for the sink. I'm guessing water will come out if I turn this handle. Yeah, the sink works. Standard issue prison toilet. I could brew some prison moonshine in this to join my sorrows, but the meal plan at this prison consists of a single cell protein infused with aminos, vitamins, and minerals. Nothing I can make Purino out of. Go right now. You can get up on the bed, can't you? Carl, come on. Alright. Let's stuff the sink. Stuff the toilet. Apply the toilet with this pillow, but the bowl and nozzle are arranged so it won't overflow. I think that'll help. So we could fill this. We could flood this place. Can I reach it with my shank? Need to be on the bed to reach. We'll get up on the bed then. There we go. Alright. Yeah, this camera is definitely glitching out. Better not mess with it though. Don't want to get beaten to a pulp by a nightstick for messing with the panopticon. Camera's stopped moving. What the? The hell's going on? It's almost like the cameras are dancing, moving some sort of pattern. Maybe if I could decode it. Oh boy. Up, down, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left.
No, that isn't the pattern.
Oh, do I have to really? Up, down, left, right, left, right?
Yes, that's
Konami
it.
code?
Up, down, left, right, left, right.
Sounds so familiar. Where do I remember that from? That's the Konami code. Of course, that's a Konami cheat code I used in SpaceX to get infinite lives and the thermonucleonic missiles to beat Detective Hoyt in the arcade. So...
Hold on a second. Did those cameras just nod at me? Oh god. Now I'm really going insane. They must have spiked the tap water with some super LSD psychotropic drugs. I'm gonna be another hallucinogen overdose experiment of the modern MK Ultra project. I'm gonna turn out like that blue screen junkie robo-freak Gibson. Okay, if I'm really speaking to a spirit or a ghost or whatever, just nod once for yes, 2 for no. All right. If you're out there, are you here to help? I guess that's better than the alternative, assuming you're telling the truth. Is there a way for you to show yourself?
No.
Guess whatever it is, it's non-corporeal. So much for handshakes. Can we communicate directly somehow? Do you need like a radio or a TV or some other electronics to communicate? Like in that supernatural horror movie by Sheen and Spielberg, Ghoster Heist? It looks like the entity is pointing to the right camera.
There's a very faint static sound coming from the camera. I can barely hear it. Okay, well, that's good because I've got this. I can use my parabolic mic to amplify the faint audio. It's either ALF or the AE51, or...
Looks like the little piezoelectric microphone on this camera is trying to talk to me. Either that or solitary confinement is causing hallucinations.
Oh, it's Protege.
What?
Or it's,
really losing it.
the doctor dude.
God?
Yeah, Protege.
Proto? Is that really you? How do I know this isn't another one of Warren's mind games? You goddamn crazy Chrome Boy! It is you! Where are you? We saw you obliterated, erased from the universe by Warren.
He only thought he erased me, but all he did was I can't explain this paranormal shit, but I'm jacked in.
Proto? Jacked in? Into what?
Everything, Tom. I'm all up in that Nirvana his house. Third eye open and shit. It's beautiful, Tom.
I'm not sure I get the metaphysical ramifications of this. I've got a few questions. So what's the game plan now?
I ain't sure myself if I still has a self, but my Wi-Fi connection to this world, I'm operating at 1 out of 5 bars. You know what I'm saying? I ain't at full strength. I can see Warren is still out there in the voodoo underworld or whatever, and I can see the garden. I'm jamming his connection to the garden, but it's sapping all my mind mojo, my Sethian swagger. But if we work together, the Eagle Latte Competent,
Egalite Cooperative?
pardon my French. Yeah, if you can be the Chewie to my Han Solo, I think we can teamwork this bitch and put the all on one.
Just what I wanted to hear. Except, come on, kid. I'm obviously Han, and you're Luke, at best.
Yeah, fine, old man.
Yeah, you're the main hero.
I can't actually poltergeist shit around, move stuff on the physical plane or whatnot. Only connection I have is through electronics. Digital, seems like.
Well, can you just get into the Fulcrum network and open the cell door or something?
I can't get the door open, unfortunately. Fulcrum security is tight as an X-800's lug nuts. The door won't open without authorized guards with hands on the handle.
Some sort of DNA locked double redundancy requiring a physical presence. Probably to defend against a cyber attack opening all the cell doors and starting a riot.
Yeah, so no emancipation proclamation for the jailbirds. That means you're gonna have to
Gotta flood the cell in a minute.
get them guards down here and open your door.
Okay, then once the guards are in, what next? They disabled all my weapons. I'll just get the crap beat out of me.
I got some plan. Just see if you can get the cell floor covered in water before they enter.
Covered in water? How do I do that?
Improvise, dog. You beat cops is good at that, right? Oh, and don't be touching the floor when the guards are in.
Okay. I think I have a vague idea where this is going. I'm on it.
Cover fire water and get the security in the cell. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break while that's going on. I'll just save the game again. back in a minute. All right. Right. Anyway, let's get down from the bed. Oh no, let's go back up and grab this. Damn, still can't reach it. Looks like there's a slight crack between the ceiling and the light. Slight crack. Okay, well, I can't get that for whatever reason. Right, let me, I've just got to do something first, quickly. Get back to it in a second. Right, okay, let's get back to it. So we need to probably move the faucet rather than actually activate it. Oh yeah. Sometimes this happens, doesn't it? I'm gonna play a strain, but this pillow is too big. Maybe I could just get a little piece. Okay, we can do this. Cut a small piece off the pillow. There we go. Right. Pillow fragment is small enough to plug the drain, I think. Sink's plugged up. Gonna go down the drain, he's gonna say. Yeah. Damn, it seems the water is draining out through that drain. I can't flood the room unless I figure out a way to stop the water from escaping. Should we ever stuff this into the drain? Okay, drain's plugged. It's better work. I'll find out a way to get security in here. I'm just going to save again. Because I've got to check this stupid message. Right, let's okay, there we go. Okay, how would I get security in here? So I have to short this out, don't I? That's clear. So let's get back up here. I didn't actually try. Okay. There's a slight crack between the ceiling and the light. you don't want to do that. You got your wallet still? No. Right. What can I put in there then? Oh, for Christ's sake. Ah! Doesn't like being minimized. Yes. Oh, that again.
Okay.
There we go.
I've got an inch or so of water on the cell floor.
Roger. Now, just cook up some way to get the guards to come down here.
Why not just show them the water?
Nah, they can't know the water is there, or the plan won't work. The water gotta be out of the shot.
Alright, I'll work on it.
Definitely seems as though King Warren needs me for something, or why would he keep me alive? Perhaps I can use myself as a bargaining chip. Of course, that's why King Warren probably didn't have his hench droids blow my head off with a Desert Eagle, or stab me through the mouth with a mimetic Omni-alloy sword, because he suspects Proto J is the one interfering with his ability to use the garden. And Warren knows I'm Proto J's ally, so he's just keeping me alive, keeping me hostage to blackmail Proto J if he needs to. So, if I were, hypothetically, to lose my will to live, knowing I'll be doing a life sentence in this hellhole, knowing my family was safe and taken care of, and I decided to commit suicide, knowing my job was complete, Warren would have his minions busting down that door in 5 megacycles to keep his asset from self-liquidating. That's it. Now I just need to figure out some way to kill myself. I could do seppuku and disembowel myself with my blade, but that's enough. That's tough to come back from. Hanging oneself is a go-to method of the incarcerated, right? Good optics too. Hard to mistake someone dangling with a rope around their neck racked with seizures. Alright. I don't know what to do. Could probably get the electric... Oh, he's going to do it now. The electric bars of the taser jammed into that crack. The taser nanotube is supposed to have 10 times the tensile strength of the spider silk. I just wrap the wire around my neck and jump. After the guards open the door and Proto J takes care of them, I just step back onto the bed. No problemo, assuming I don't screw up, snap a vertebrae, or get stuck. I'll be dead of asphyxiation in a few minutes. Oh well, I've made peace with this abysmal, insane world.
Time to die.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty harsh, Carl. What if they don't find you? Yep.
We've got to keep the asset alive, or Warren will recycle us.
That was pretty cool. Now get back on, Carl. Jeez. Looks like those super agents aren't lightning proof. Nice job, Proto. Better get out of here while I can. Alright, I think we're gonna... I'm gonna call it there, I think. There's probably not long left, but I've got to get some lunch and some other things, so... Anyway, that'll do it. I don't think we're far away from the end, but... we'll see how it goes next time.